Yes, big up people and good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to all of you. I wholeheartedly offer whatever suits your time zone. I sincerely do hope you're all doing well. Thank you for the silence and just being cautious. I had copyright issues with Facebook. I don't know why that is. But that's by the way, I hope you're doing well, and I really, really do mean that. I appreciate you all finding the time to join today's edition of the Blue Morning Show, where we'd be previewing the away game, Chelsea's away game of versus Fulham. It's a London derby. I think we have to win this one. Can we? I don't want to know. I don't know this time. But that's why we sit back, relax, and let's get into the show. Yes, people, thank you once again for finding the time to join the show this particular morning, afternoon, or evening for you. More importantly, I hope you're all doing well, and I really do mean that. I'm going to say hello to people in the chat, and then quickly we'll come back and start, reviewing, previewing the match proper so we can get it done as soon as possible. Hey, there you go. Got the frogs. I appreciate you joining. I'm still trying to figure out a way to shout you out whenever you're there. I think it will happen soon. I'm still practicing, maybe. I think I need more light here. Just give me 1 second. But more importantly, bro, I do hope you're doing well, and thank you for always finding the time to join the show. I appreciate your contributions. Even though maybe you may not know that. But that's by the way. Let's move on here. And Constantine Dante is already in the house. And as usual, I say so Chip Chiller. I think today's stream, no, it won't be. We're still working hard to make sure everything is working properly, but I think it will be okay right now because it's a pretty new system. Big up to you too. I hope you're, yeah, I think it's working well now, hopefully. I just had to make sure I updated everything. I don't know why you should try to update it while I'm in the middle of the show. Constantine Dante and JC, nice to see you. Coach will be here when he's ready, when the clock says so. Just go away. Yep, JC. Always nice to see you, brother. It's been a few days. I hope things are okay on your end. Let's see anything else here. Okay, just saying hello to each other there. Big up to you too. Let me make myself a coffee. Yeah, I didn't even make myself a coffee because I was still working on the system. Yeah, and on 2 occasions I had to postpone. But that's by the way. Hello to you too, Mitchell boy. I appreciate you joining the show. I do hope you're doing well, and I really do mean that. If you're watching, if you haven't subscribed to Mitchell Boy's YouTube channel, please go check it out and let him know I sent you. I think he will share the link to his channel whenever he gets a chance. Yeah. Anything else? Wanna put you to that message? Let's see. Anything else here? Anything else here? Nothing. And again, once more. Yeah, Mitch McConnell is is in the house. Yeah, always saying hello to his friend Nightbot. And coach, you need to show Michi how to improve on his quality of streams. I think I did send him a private message regarding that. I think we will work on that when he has time. Probably depends if he's using a single window, a single screen, then that would make it even more difficult to be able to do the same thing I'm doing. So it's not like he cannot. Maybe it depends on whether he's using a single system or not. But yeah, JC, well said. Let's see what else we have here. Uh, let's play ISM Bingo with God of Frogs. Let's start with age. Wow, I'm not sure I know that show. And I've changed my username to make it easier. But it's if I did, people would likely get confused. No, leave it. I'll find a way. I like the name. It's not very common, honestly. We like ISMs. Let's have it right. Okay. Stream quality. Okay, this week. Let's see what else we have here. Blessings to you too. I appreciate you joining. I hope you're doing well, Ty. It looks like you've been very busy of late and haven't had the time to even say hello. But I appreciate you finding the time to join this morning. Whenever you can, share the link to your channel so people can go check it out. Michi needs more screens. Yep, I think screens is the reason why he's not been able to share do his presentation separately from the main screen. That's why when he's sharing something, he has to appear on the center of the screen, and sometimes covering the face of the panelists. So it's a lack of he has to have more, at least two screens to be able to do that and not cover the face of the panelists, I think. Let's see anything else here. I will start to share stream after my holiday. Okay. Whenever you're capable, you should be capable of doing that. You go ahead. We're waiting for you. Mitchell needs to have more more minerals. Just leave Mitchell Boy alone. So that's, by the way, let's get into the match preview proper. If we get done very soon, that would be perfect. But we're not too much in a rush. I think we have time enough, but we shouldn't be wasting time when we're if we cover everything we have to cover. We should just call it a day. And yeah, let's see what else we have here to look at, so we can move on. Uh, he said, "Wow, so sorry, coach. No, I understand. You shouldn't be saying sorry. You don't earn anything from being on the panel here. School has kept me busy daily. I am a president of the faculty I am studying. I'm so so in demand. Okay, so demand, and there's balancing well. So yeah, I hope you're doing well in all those things. Those things should be your priority and not streams. And I wasn't actually talking about the stream. Remember, I said you've been so busy you haven't even had the time to come say hello. So don't worry, your school should be a priority. Uh, Eba follow live up Chelsea Eba from India. Eba, nice to see you. I appreciate you joining. Thank you so much for joining the show this morning. Please, if you haven't, be sure to subscribe. Feel at home, express yourself. All we ask of you is just to be keep the conversation civil. But that's, by the way, I appreciate you all. Once more, I want to say hello to those of you that are watching, but for one reason or the other, you're not able to participate in the chat. Just remember, we value you so much. Yep, you watching alone does provide great value to the community. So thank you. But we want you to do us one more favor, which is just to take a second and drop a like on the stream. We'd really, really, really appreciate that. So thank you, and thank you so much. So yeah, let's get into the match preview proper. The first thing I usually do is to vote my choice of who I think, which of the teams I think will win, to see what majority of the fan base of football followers think. So of course I'm going to do Chelsea. So yeah, this is a bit the same as that of the one against Brighton, pretty much balanced, not too much. The disparity between, you could say, the difference between the number of people that thinks Chelsea will lose on will lose or win isn't too much. It's pretty much balanced. 37% thinks Fulham will win. 17% thinks the game will end in a draw. And yeah, 46% thinks that Chelsea will win. So this is pretty much the same. Yeah, you could say this measures it's almost the same thing with the poll again for the one against was it not what's the club? Oh gosh, am I losing it this morning? For the one against not Aston Villa, what's the club again? Brighton in the cup game. But just by the way, we'll move on. Let's look at their predicted lineup. So they believe Kukurea will play in the right back, but I think I think Benchua's injury changes everything. I think Benchua's injury changes everything. I think there's a chance Kukurea plays in the left back position, while Thiago Silva and Kowa play centrally, while Disasi will play right back. 2-6-6. I think this is correct, even though I'd like to see Enzo play deeper. While if Gallagher is going to play anyway, say that he plays on the flanks here in the right wing position or as a 10. Enzo will be more effective playing from a deeper position. But let's see how the game will learn a lot from what the manager does today. Because a lot of people expect him to start Gallagher as one of the two sexes and the Kukurea in the right back position. If that changes, if he doesn't do that, then we'll learn a lot from that. So for them, they think Enzo Fernandez will play in the 10 position, Palma right wing, Mudryk left wing, and Raheem Sterling at number 9. I think Broya will most likely. I think Broya will start this game, in my opinion. If he doesn't, I'd be surprised. Yeah, but let's see. He looked sharp when he came on for the few minutes he played in our last game against Brighton. But let's see what the manager does. We'll learn a lot from him today. I was hoping Washington um, can get as many minutes as can get a game as he's been balling, but I don't. Uh, you don't know whether Poch will reward his performances with the youth team or with the game with the starting. You can say with game time in the senior team. We don't know. We're still learning a lot about um, how he trusts those players within Chelsea ranks. It would take time, not right now. Starling as our number 9, I will not do that. To me, um, I don't see the manager doing that. I still think Broya starts. But we will find out. I keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. And for those of you once more that are watching, but for one reason or the other, you're not able to participate in the chat, please do take a second to drop a like on the stream. The likes do go a long way. Nobody will even know you did that. So let's see what else we have here. Starling can at least be very selfish as a striker. But yeah, oh my gosh. Yeah, here's the thing. I wouldn't want him to play in that position. So let's see. Look at the injured and suspended players. I think we have 2 suspended players right now. Nicholas Jackson suspended. Malo Gusto suspended. Malangsa, I'm not sure. That it's not even. It doesn't even make sense to look at that one. I'm not sure why they're showing him as suspended. I honestly do not know. Wesley Fofana, we know about that. Late March of 2024. And if you ask me, I'd say he'll probably not play a part in this particular season at all. Trevor Chalobah, return date unknown. And Romeo Lavia, late October. So good news on that in that aspect. Rhys James, a return date unknown. Hamstring injury. Nani Madueke doubtful. I think there's a chance he'd be available for selection according to the manager's comments. And Marcus Bettinelli, a few days. Christopher Nkunku, early November, probably December. That's when I think it'd be ready to be starting games. Connie Chukwuemeka got injured and doubtful. The manager says there's a chance he plays a part. And Benoit Badeshile, a few days groin injury. I think by now he should be ready. But I'm not the team's doctor, so I really do not know. Ben Chilwell, hamstring injury, unknown date. He'll be out for about 4 weeks or so. Let's just say a month, in my opinion. So here's the no natural right back. Yeah, we don't have any natural right back right now. So I think Disasi, he's played in the right back position before for Monaco. So if the manager is aware of that, which means that's a chance there's a chance he'd play him in the right back position, and Kukurea goes to the left, and uh, that will balance the things out. Or maybe he feels like Kukurea because he usually leaves spaces in the left hand side or whenever he's on the pitch, whenever he's playing in the left back position. Maybe he prefer playing him on the right so that the tendency to drift inwards won't happen that much. It will reduce because he's not playing in his natural position. But that's just my opinion. And Constantin Dante in the house once more says Casado can play right back also. But do we think the manager will play him there? Yeah, we've talked about that last week and it didn't happen. We were thinking he was going to play him there and play Kuku in the left back position, and it didn't happen. Disasi, Kuku, and even Matson, but Poch doesn't like him as a defender for some reason. I think you made a good point there. And AD Love for Blue, it's been a minute, bro. I appreciate all the updates that you've been sending me. Don't ever think I'm taking them for granted. I do appreciate them. It has helped me so much that even when we don't talk about those items, discuss those items during the show, I usually use them to make as a lead to make a YouTube shot, and that has helped with a lot of subscribers, thousands. Big up coach and everyone here. Please like and subscribe. We're at 19 likes already. We should be doing better than that. Keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. Big up to you too. I appreciate you joining, brother. Yep, AD is in the house. Sanchez, Cowell, Silva, Disasika, Correa, Leslie Casado, Enzo, Mudrik, Palmer, False Nine, and Stalin. Palmer, and okay, for False Nine, you think will be Raheem Sterling? We'll find out in a few hours. But that's by the way, Jerry Z is in the house. Jerry, I appreciate you joining. How are you doing, brother? I hope you're doing well.
Good morning, Coach.
Good morning to you too,
Good
brother.
morning, everyone. Happy new month and a belated Independence Day to all the Nigerians in the chat.
Yeah,
Uh,
thank you,
New
thank you.
month,
Yeah.
new week, and a
Mhm.
lot of optimism. And even the skeptics and the content creators who were very negative, I saw somewhat positivity in
Yeah,
this
you can say driven
space.
by the
So,
win against Brighton because a lot of them
absolutely,
thought
absolutely.
they were gonna mop the floor with us. They were gonna batter
And
us.
the inside reports from Chelsea, as I'm sure you must have read that. So a lot of positives, especially the insiders, the management, the board of sporting directors, and the owners. What
Uh-huh.
we are hearing are very, very positive and are absolutely backing the project. And so, yeah, I'm really looking forward to the game, and I think we have a great chance tonight.
Yeah, hopefully. So you're looking forward to it. And let me ask those of you in the chat the same question. I think Jerry, even before I asked him the question, he's answered it. If you're in the chat, are you looking forward to this particular game? If yes, you let me know. If no, you let us know why. And I'd say, yeah, probably a lot of us here, a lot of people here are looking forward to the game. And that's because you can say we won the last game. And a lot of people expected to lose that one and lose it in a very embarrassing way. That didn't happen. We didn't hear too much so much negativity on Twitter to be specific. So yeah, why not? A lot of people will be looking forward to this one. So let's hear you. If you're in the chat before we continue, we'll start looking at the insights very soon. So let's hear you and let's see. Big up to you too, Joseph or Hanlon. I hope you're doing well. I appreciate you joining the show. Starling Force 9. Yeah, I later understood that was what you meant there. Let's see if that happens. This streams functions even without coach. Hit the like button, people. Let's get the likes up or so. Yeah, more people can join. Keep dropping the likes on the stream. 19 likes already. That's fine. He may again a broya can come on, maybe. I think so. There's a chance he starts soon. If Gallagher starts, I am Poch out. Okay. Even Starling deserves to polish that bench. I think so too. Let's see, Jerry Z. No more in the chat. Yep, he's upgraded to the panel. JC, okay, just having a conversation there. So Jerry, you saw the poll number, and that's a good enough sample size, and that's how many people there? That's 43,729 votes. 46% believes that Chelsea will win, thinks Chelsea will win, 37% thinks Fulham will win, and 17% thinks it will end in a draw. You can say the confidence is back a bit. What do you think?
Definitely, the confidence is back, but still,
Mhm.
like it's not so overwhelming. Like on a given day, given weekend, and a normal fixture with Fulham, I would expect, like, if things would be rolling and flying, it would be 70-75% Chelsea. But
Mhm.
given where we are, and many people expected Brighton to win, so it's good to see the momentum and even the positivity among the community. So yeah, of course, even though it's still close, like 46% Chelsea, 36% Fulham. So it's not really overwhelming, and I can understand where it's coming from. It's because Nicholas Jackson is injured, and the whole concern is still there. People are skeptical, including myself. Like, if how will we find the goals, and if we can really continue with this momentum? And so, yeah, maybe this is the reason why it's still a little bit low. It's because we are not scoring, and we again our goal scorer is injured. So overall, I think as more we are training, as more the players are coming back from the injuries, it
Mhm.
will help. But at the end of the day, the only thing that will help is by winning games. So it's very important again to win this game, and to take a small jump from 15th to, I believe we'll end up 11th if we win this game.
I hope we win. But I've always said that I'm beginning to trust the team even more. But I still have some questions there. That's not me saying we're not making progress. I've always argued that we've been making progress, and I'm still standing that. So let's hear you. Are you looking forward to this particular game? We want to hear you. Let's hear if you think we'll win this one. If you think it will end in a draw. If you think we will lose, let's hear you and the reason behind you, or except whatever you think will happen. You mean no AI? Basically, Coach can try AI on the stream. It really works without him. Wow. Let's see. Keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. The likes do go a long way. Level up. Let's see. Why do people hate Gallagher? The problem is goal scoring. Yes, then I wouldn't go to the extent of saying that people hate him. People argue a lot of what I've seen, especially on Chelsea's perspective here. People argue that he shouldn't be part of the team and all that other players should be starting ahead of him. I wouldn't go to the extent of using the word hate. Let's see, hit the like button, people. We need to show Poch how to organize a team. He should learn from Kachila. Everything just works without coach. But I am wondering who would do the tappings for us. Wow. Keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. I am not okay. I'm not Mitchell Boy. I praised him when he played well for 3 games, but the levels drops. Here's the thing. As much as I believe there's something he brings to the team that a lot of people don't offer. The truth remains, if the manager wants him to be playing in that particular position, I think we need more from him. We need more. His passing ability, his ability to read the game. I think he'd be more effective for us on the flanks. But I'm not too sure why the manager is hell bent on playing him centrally. I'm not going to say he's a bad player. I don't hate him, but I'm just saying I don't think. I think we'd be better at playing someone else in that deeper position. I'd rather him play in a 10 actually, even as much as I know that he's not well equipped to fulfill the 10 role. I think he'd get us goals in the 10 position than Enzo will. Enzo will not be as effective as usual if he plays in that 10 role. But if he plays in a deeper position and Gallagher plays in the 10 role, I think, we'll be better off. But that's just my opinion there. So let's look at the two teams. Do they have any important player out? They have Tosin Adebayo, one of their defenders. I don't know this Bender guy very well. Sasa Lukic, I don't know him that well. Kenny, I think they don't have any. Adama Traore maybe. Other than that, they don't have any other, we could say, a very high-profile player out there like us. I don't hate Gala. I dislike how he's used. Yep, that's better put. Quality-wise, he's a squad player, not a starter. Let alone being a captain. I don't think your playing ability dictate. You can say the managers considers the player's ability when they consider who becomes a captain. It's leadership. Do I think Gallagher has it in him right now? No. But the manager has it in him to lead the team? I'd say no. But the manager had him lead the team because he believes because he's English and other options. None of them you can say is fluent in English. So it had to be Gallagher to be able to communicate effectively with the referee. So for me, my point is your playing ability doesn't wield much influence on whether you become the team's captain or not. Focus on Poch and Gallagher. Let's see. He may start because his captain, because he's good in English. Yeah, so that's the manager's logic. But I don't think that should be the reason why one should become a captain. But you can say it makes sense to a certain extent. But to me, no, you should be able to lead. You should be able to lead. Let's hear you, Jesse. Let's say you talk about that. That reason you say the manager's argument as to why Gallagher has captained the team. What do you make of that? I think for me, leadership is the most important thing. You have to leadership ability is the most important. You can say attribute to quality you have to become a team leader. Not just you're not becoming a team leader just to speak to the referee. But let's hear you.
Absolutely, and I agree with that. But the situation and the circumstance of Chelsea is not like in an optimal state, right?
Mm-hmm.
First of all, we must realize it's not that Gallagher has been appointed as the first choice captain. We have Reece James as the captain who is injured.
You can say the vice captain and the captain.
Not even the vice captain, right?
All absent. So, yeah, go ahead.
Reece James injured after the Liverpool game. So our main captain, the guy who has to lead the team and hopefully become like take us through over the years, is not available. Then Chilwell, like he got injured, although he was not playing regularly in the last few games.
Mm-hmm.
So Gallagher is not like, if he has appointed Gallagher, it's like he's the captain now, right? Because we all know Reece James is coming back. So, but again, someone can say, even though for a shorter period of time, he could have picked, let's say, Enzo or somebody else with better skills or ability, leadership. That is correct, but I don't know what's the, because there's so many changes, right? There's so many injuries.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, I think we are just going with this statement that Pochettino, that he needs to, the captain needs to communicate and speak English. I think in my you can say thinking, or the way I see it, it's probably one of the reasons that Pochettino gave. I don't think so it's the sole reason or the primary reason. There could be other things. Maybe he don't want Enzo Fernandez to take that role because he's an integral part of the team, one of our best players, supposedly, right? So maybe he wants him to concentrate. He's trying to give Gallagher more confidence. Maybe he sees something in him, right, for a shorter period of time. But I don't see. But the whole debate is if Gallagher is starting the game because he has been appointed the captain. I really don't think so, because you've seen he dropped Chilwell, even though he was the captain when Reece James was not playing. So if Pochettino thinks that Gallagher does not fit in for any game in the starting 11, I'm sure like he will not pick him solely because he is the captain. As far as Enzo Fernandez is concerned, I think Pochettino believe maybe, first of all, both of them are Argentine, right? So I think maybe he doesn't want him to. Pochettino doesn't want Enzo to think that because he is one of their biggest players, World Cup winners, so he has already achieved, or he is privileged for that. Maybe he wants him to
No, here's the
earn
thing. I'm not gonna even argue that Enzo should get the captain's armband. No, it wouldn't make sense. That would divide the dressing room. We just believe me. Here's the thing. I think you've heard me say that before. The least of my concerns is who captains the team. But we just have to talk about it because Constantine Dante mentioned that, and I have to talk about
yeah, absolutely.
aspects of
So,
it
so
that
just
I've
to
thought
just
about.
to
But you
just
go
to
ahead.
conclude, no, I already covered it up. So just to conclude, it's not like he is the captain or he will be the captain. Reece James is coming back. Reece James is the captain for now. When the players are injured, the
So it's
chosen
a
captain.
temporary thing. That's your point.
Absolutely. Maybe he wants him to provide Gallagher the confidence. It's many things that the coach is seeing on the playing field. He just thinks he needs that confidence, that extra thing in him. To provide him with the extra motivation or something, right? Because the other players are already there. They'll be in the starting 11. With Gallagher, again, we have to see. It's still a question. It's still a possibility that in January we'll sell him. So maybe Pochettino is trying everything to make sure if Gallagher can go the extra yard, can improve that game. So there are many things. I'm just saying it's probably not the reason, but I'm just saying there are many variables. There are many things that we don't see or we don't know because we are not there. So again, it's just a temporary thing. And if Gallagher is not in the starting 11 because it's not in the tactical setup of Pochettino won't play him just because he's the captain.
I don't think a player gets to play because that particular player is the captain. It's just because I think because usually you can say most captains in most cases usually are good, but that doesn't mean one of the criteria for picking a captain is because that person is a good footballer. But that's just my opinion. Let's move on. Keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. 22 likes. We should be doing better than that. Glenn. And Glenn, if you can, please do share the link to our do share the link to our Discord channel so people here can go join. And we also do have a WhatsApp channel, and in WhatsApp channel, nobody will see your number. Nobody else will see your number except you. If you have used WhatsApp, you can search Just a Perspective. We'll be using that for announcements and polls and all that to find out what the people want. Big up Coach Panel and the legends in the chat. And Glenn 10, more importantly, this is a good sign. It shows that you're doing well whenever you're here. I'd like to celebrate you. You're a good friend, a good person, and somebody who loves the club very well. But more importantly, a good person. Dangerous days to have a football match. Week just started. Yeah, a dangerous day to have a football match. But more importantly, Glenn, I'm happy to see you and to know that you're doing well. Let's see, Glenn 10. It looks like it sounds better to just say Glenn 10 and not say Glenn 10. And Dante came and stole the name that I've been calling Glenn for a while. He just changed it to Glenn 10, and that sounds even better. I saw average players a captain then. Yeah, So yeah, I don't think even was the guy that captained Liverpool before he went to Saudi Arabia. He wasn't one of their best players. He was just disciplined, committed, and a commitment and all that. You get 100% from him whenever he's on the pitch. I think Henderson, but technically he's not. You can say there are all the better players at Liverpool, but he's just he has leadership quality in him. More importantly, yeah, people just saying hello to each other. I really it really didn't help Gallagher at all. He was worse having extra pressure. Wow, I didn't pay attention to that. Kachila, I had a strange glitch. Your video was missing. I just was seeing the chat. Is it possible? Are you doing some experiments with ChatGPT? No, I'm not doing that. Just go away, man. Go back to work. We do, coach. They are working on the internet, so I am on my phone. Oh yeah, welcome to my world. In my street, it looks like yeah, every 2-3 weeks or something will happen with the internet. But we've been lucky that these days it happens again during hours where we're not on the show. Hi to you too, the Chelsea boy, 1234. I hope you're doing well. Keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. The likes do go a long way. So yeah, Jersey, you're paying attention. We're getting into the numbers right now, insights, statistics. For like yeah, if that's the language you prefer. It says the ranked 15th Fulham, ranked 15th in goals scored per game, 0.8. Okay, and we're ranked 15th in goals scored per game, 0.8, which means to me, if we're going by this is not you can say the numbers or the insights. They just suggest, given the following statistics, they suggest the numbers suggest how the game will most likely end, but not certainly not certain that the game will end. You can say um, to reflect in a way that reflects what the numbers suggest. Yeah, it doesn't have to. So it says, to me, if we're going by this first item here, you'd say most likely the game will end in a draw. But let's go ahead. They've considered the most penalties this season. I hope we get one against them. Have scored 3 goals in our last 5 matches. So it looks like we've scored more than them overall. They're ranked 13th in goals conceded per match, 1.7. I don't think we concede that much per match. Benchual has created the most big chances for Chelsea, 2. Yeah, that's a huge number. That's a huge number, isn't it? So Jersey, if you're there, I think to me the numbers here point to us winning, point to Chelsea winning this one. For instance, yeah, they concede the most, and in the last 5 games, we've scored the 3, and I don't think they've scored as much. Yeah, we don't concede that much, and they concede quite a lot. Let's hear you if you're there. What do you make of the insights?
Yes, the 6 games that both of the teams have played, we are clearly ahead of Fulham in most metrics, apart from, of course, the number of goals scored. And that is why it is. Again, you see, when we talk about stats, we have to give the percentile, the weightage, right? People should understand. All these stats are important, right? But I don't know, like how much weightage is on the scoring score. I'm sure it is there in analytics, but of course no one can doubt that scoring goals is the most important metric, right? Because you won't win the game if you don't score. So if we have all these stats, we have, let's say, 7 metrics, 7 different things to look at, and one of them is how many scores the team score. It is if it's not even it should be at least 40% of the weight, right? So we are lacking that. If we are performing well in other metrics, if other departments, we are good in 60% of the things, but we are not scoring the goals. And it is a huge, significant percentile of the analytics. So that's why I'm trying to explain, because people say we talk about stats. Everyone does. This is very important right now. But we have to understand what we're talking about. We are not scoring goals. If we see the number of chances, the number of chances created, XG, shots on target, and the defense, and how we have kept the clean sheets, and the opponent had very less chances. All of that is good, and it shows that there is a huge potential and a huge cap in the progress. But the scoring goals is incredibly important, and so if we analyze the stats and if we analyze the performance, even if we go back to the report yesterday, and it's a real report, right? It gave a very good comprehension. We have really dominated. We have outperformed every team. I was thinking maybe I'm the one of the people who are saying that, but now it has come in black and white in every department, not just this part of that part. We have overrun, we have dominated the midfield, we have played better, we have controlled the game. It's in black and white. That's why I was saying why people are not getting it, because we're not winning, right? It's 1 man out of 6, 5 points. We're not scoring goals, so everything looks so black, everything looks so gloomy, so gray. But so that is why it's so important, and I'm of course optimistic that we can fix the the scoring issue with more training, with more games, and a little bit luck and confidence. So in to conclude, yes, we are much better, and we are performing much better than Fulham as a whole. But again, it will come down if we can if we can be effective and clinical in the final third. Yep.
Yeah, here's the thing. The numbers are the reasons why I haven't. I can say I have complaints about Poch. I have some questions, but not. But I've taken my time to look at the games and realize, yeah, had we been clinical in front of goal, the story would be different right now. But because we've not been clinical, yeah, that leads to us looking at other, you can say, pointing fingers at things that we believe it could have done differently to maybe you can say for us to get a different outcome in those games. So I'm not too concerned, and I'm glad the owners are seeing it that way. They're paying attention to the numbers. Do I think he's been perfect? I'd say no. Absolutely not. I think he's made some decisions that has led to people asking questions. But that's, by the way, we move on from that. The signs are there, but yeah, we need to do better, be more clinical, and he need to, some you can say, be, you can say, should I say ruthless, or maybe say, yeah, maybe in terms of his selection. So I can speak to Rev. That is not that deep. Yeah, it's not. I think I agree with you. Jerry needs to do his magic. Jerry, you see, people like your analysis of the game, and you can say how you make good use of the numbers or statistics. And I don't know what he did, but Starling and Gallagher were on the bench last game. Jerry, what was the secret, Jerry? If you have any answer to that, is anything we have here? Try Chelsea hijack Oli Watkins. Club Aston Villa has proven to be good in the English Premier League. I'm not sure I understand that, but I like Oli Watkins. The last time I talked about him, I think people, some say he's average, some say he's injury prone, but I think he's underrated in my opinion. Fulham are beatable. They struggle to score goals. Yep. One of the things the numbers we looked at showed us is that they struggle to score, and it looks like we've been scoring. You can say we scored more than them in the last past 5 games, I think in total. But we'll look at that in a bit. Yep, they're beatable, and we don't concede that much. Jerry, are you engineer by education? Jerry is a data analyst. Jerry, is that correct? But let's see. Stat engineer, yeah, you can call him that. Chelsea is trying to bring home Eva Canero, a former team medic who I think is good. Are Chelsea trying to do that? I haven't heard anything to that effect. Who knows? Maybe Eva will get better quickly. Let's see if that happens. Jerry doesn't answer us anymore in the chat.
Okay, I'll answer that question. Yeah, I'm
he's
like
one of the big boys now, but let's hear
computer. My education was in like, I don't want to talk about my profile. I'm just a normal guy. My education is
you're data analyst, right?
Computer science, and then I went on and specialized in data analytics. Yeah.
So that's not what we're here to talk about. So that you guys don't start saying he's feeling like a big boy now. When someone gets injured, one person recovers. One gets injured, another gets recovered. Sometimes it's actually one gets injured, one recovers and 3 gets injured. Does anyone still remember? I do remember him quite well, but I don't think she comes back. Data science is a specialization in computer. Okay, we're not talking football anymore here. How can I forget? Yeah. Hi, Coach. Hi to you too, Patrick Joyce. I hope you're doing well. Chelsea can get a good result tonight. I am going for a 2-0 scoreline to them. Why are you saying them like you're not a Chelsea fan? And I think last time you were one of those I believe that said Chelsea will win. And thank you for that, Patrick Joyce. How many points have Fulham got? We'll look at that in a bit. Thank you for asking that question. That will help bring us back to talking football again. Big games this week in the Champions League. One of them is Newcastle versus PSG. That'll be an interesting one. Pragmatism versus and entertaining football. We'll find out how that ends. Let's look at the table. Fulham has 8 points and we have 5 points, so three more points than us. But they've conceded more, as you can see. They are at they've scored a total of how many goals? I can't see the full table here, but they have -5 goals and we have -1. So to me, the numbers point to us. You can say winning, but that's not a certainty. That's because it just suggests. But the game gets decided. The game will be decided after 90 minutes. But it gives you a good idea of what the outcome could be. Obi, thank you for finding the time to join the show this morning. Good day, dearest family. I somehow have a positive feeling about today at Chelsea to win. Shocking, really. Yep. And I'm quite sure you know fully well why you're positive, and that's because we won the last game. And probably, I'm quite sure. Obi, tell me the truth. Did you expect us to beat Brighton? I'm quite sure you didn't. So when we beat them, you can say your perception of the team changed. Now you have some measure of belief, enough belief that you think we're gonna beat Fulham today. But let's see. We'll find out in a few hours. Let's see what else we have here. Still, whether you want to lose or win, my heart goes out to Chelsea. Your love, Chelsea is a club I support. Spartan, I got your education. Okay. You see, it's easy to make analysis and conclusions. I will use the same example to argue for Gallagher to be dropped to the bench. Has Stalin scored a second goal? I think he has 2 goals in total, but that's by the way. Fulham don't score many goals, and we don't concede too many, and we scored more than them in the last 5 games. But here's the thing: I'm not going to bank on these things. That's because Charity FC is still well and truly in existence. I am going to watch the game on Wednesday night. I think Newcastle. Okay, I hope they win since you support them and you're my friend. Let's see what Obi has to say. Brighton win was a shocker. I suspected that was the case. Was a shocker, but also shows we can win games. We just need a little bit of more luck on our side. Plus, you can say it was a professional performance overall. We didn't try to keep it too pretty. We played, even you can say before time we knew that they play more. They play as a unit, and we aren't there yet. We're everywhere. A lot of this disjointed displays are here and there, but we were able, you can say, to do better than that. But that's why the way we wanted to look. Their top scorer is Reem. He has 1 goal, and Raheem Sterling has 2 goals. An overall rating for Raheem Sterling is 7.27. But that's by the way. Let's look at head to head. We've won 10, and they've won just 1 and 5 draws. But again, Charity FC is well and truly in existence, which means that this actually scares me. Let's hear you, Jerry, if you're still there. Okay, it looks like Jerry is he's left his desk. So let's keep talking here. Gallagher works hard for 90 minutes, and the manager appreciates that, and it's understandable. Let's see. No, no Gala, no Starling coincidence. Chances are those 2 players will start this game. Why is Malang Sarr suspended? I just don't know. I've looked at that, and I just don't understand. Kishan, I hope you're doing well, Kishan, and I hope your channel is growing well. Please do let us know. Please do share the link to your channel so people can go check it out. I must say, here's the thing. I'm not sure why that is. Maybe he received a red card while on loan at Monaco, but it doesn't apply to us. I'm not too sure why that is the case. So I'm not going to even waste my energy there. But Kisha, nice to see you. Such a shame To see Chelsea in 15th place, they need to start winning games. I think we will, and our situation, our placement on in the table will improve with time. I need someone to cut grass. Just go away. Palmer is key. He's an excellent player, and what I like about him the most is his intelligence. And that's me. Here's the first thing I look in a player. I look for in a player is that player's intelligence. Palmer is that. He reads the reads the game so well. Has excellent passing ability and can use both feet effectively. Uh, and look at that the chance he created what's his name? The chance he created for Nicholas Jackson against Brighton. That was just excellent. He had to sort out his feet quickly and use again pass the ball with his left feet for Nicholas Jackson, left foot for Nicholas Jackson. That was excellent. And not every player, not too many players on our roster can do that actually, unfortunately. But I appreciate that from him. I think that kid will end up being a bag and buy of the season of the transfer window for us. Honestly, I know a lot of people were questioning why we had to pay that much money for him, but I think yeah, he's an excellent player. Jerry Z, there you go. If you were looking for Jerry Z, he's in the chat right now. Talk with him if you want to talk with him. It's that time of the year. He's there. Gallagher works hard and gotten better, but I see him going in January for around 60 million. His thing. There's a chance he still stays, and I think he's improving, like you just mentioned. But do I think he should be playing in that central area? In my opinion, I'd say no. But if the manager feels like that's where he's more effective, then I'm all for it. But I think if you want to play, if you have to play there for Chelsea Football Club, you should be able to offer more. But I'm not. That's a list of my concern. We've created enough chances to have done better than we're doing right now. To be doing better than we're doing right now. So I'm not going to complain too much about that, but I'd rather him play in the 10th position. He carries goal threat and can get you goals, can also create you chances on his day. As much as I don't think he's properly equipped to fulfill the 10 role, but I think Enzo would be better off operating from a deeper position. I need a bricklayer as well. Yeah, you go ahead with the conversation with him. Big news to tell you, Coach. Rangers manager Michael Beale has been sacked. Yep, thank you for that update. I think I've seen that. Hope Gala starts just to annoy JC. He most likely will start. Keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. 32 likes. We should have doing better than that. Go check out Keyshawn's YouTube channel. He's one of us, our brother. He earns nothing for being on the panel here. Always in the chat also, and keeps it civil. But when he argues, it can be intense. But much love to him. Let's help him grow his channel. Can you tell? Subscribe to my wrestling YouTube channel, please. Let's help him grow. I think you will love his channel. The highlights there are good. Let's see what else we have here. I will start Palmer and Ian Matson against Fulham in your opinion, but I think I don't see both starting. I think one of them has to make way, and I'd be shocked actually if either of them starts. Unfortunately, as much as I hate to say it, I'd be shocked if either of them starts. But hopefully, at least Palmer starts. Because of that, a 3-1 defeat to Aberdeen. Okay, thank you for that update too. What has Gallagher gotten better at? You can say it's more importantly, the most obvious is that the fact that he's not too much in a hurry to make decisions. Yeah, that was one of his, you can say, main issue last season, or during you can say last season. His main problem was he was so much always in a hurry to make decisions. But now I think that has reduced a bit, even though it has led to him giving away the ball more than he did last season. But I think he's improved. We'll have to be honest, and that's a good play in him, in my opinion. I know you think otherwise. Do I think he should be starting in the central area? That's where I have my argument. I promise your stream will have 1,000 people. Unlike going mad in the chat, all you need, Kachila, please put our clickbait title linked. Gallagher starting. Yeah, you should know I'm not into clickbait, but thank you for the advice. Now, where are they going to find a new manager? I honestly do not know, and unfortunately, I don't follow Rangers. If Broya is fit to start, we'll play him as 9 rather than Starling as first 9. I think I'd do that. Yeah, I'd do that, and he's played a few minutes, and I think we would have been better off, you can say, sending him to play games with their youth team. I don't know if we did that or not. But I think Broya should start in the ninth position, in my opinion. Maybe if it's not fully fit, then I don't see him starting. Maybe he comes on later. But that's, by the way, we'll move on from that. I'm not too sure. I don't have any ideas, honestly. Maybe Frank Lampard, maybe Porter, perfect for Rangers. Frank Lampard, maybe. Gallagher needs to be on the bench. Chelsea boy thinks Gallagher is not in a hurry. Come on, coach. I think even if he is, I think that has reduced. No Gallagher slander here. Yeah, slug it out with them. Gallagher has tremendously improved his English speech, right? Just go away, please. I'm gonna come to you, the Coolest Chels. So Tebago is in the house. Tebago, are you looking forward to this one? Let's hear you. If you think we're gonna win, let us know why you think so. If you think we're gonna lose, let us know why you think that would be the case. But you have the floor. Let's hear you.
His magic, you know.
Oh, have you learned
Mauricio
how to sing that?
Pochettino. His magic, you know. Mauricio Pochettino. And I hope Pochettino will win his first away game after a while. I think 14 or 13 away games that he haven't won so far in the Premier League. So hopefully tonight he break that streak. But overall, coach, big up to you, big up to Jerry Z. I hope you're all good. Make sure subscribe to the channel, hit the like button, guys. We're winning tonight. Every time we play night games, we win. Hopefully today we win also.
Has that been the case of late? That every time we play night games, we win? Has that been the case?
Yes,
Wow.
three
So you're
games.
banking on that. How about Charity FC? You think you will
It's a
ruin
good
it for us?
correlation, but I hope it's true.
I hope it's true. Yeah, I get it. I'm not overly. I'm not the most superstitious person you'd ever meet. But let me ask you this. Do you believe Charity FC still exists?
Yes, I do.
So that doesn't in any way you could say raise concerns that that's the no guarantee would win this one.
Yes, no guarantee, but if, as I said, I always say this on your channel. If we be clinical enough, we will win our games. But if we don't be clinical, we mostly gonna draw or lose those games. So hopefully tonight our players got their shooting boots with
Mm.
polish, also with shining and stuff. Then we can score 3 goals. I hope for 3 goals tonight. I don't want 1-0, 2-0 and stuff. I want 3 goals. I demand 3 goals tonight.
You want 3 goals tonight. Hopefully, we'll be that clinical today. We're missing who's our top scorer? It should be not Jackson. But Jackson has how many goals in total? He has two. Starling has two. Right?
Sterling is a top goal scorer with 2 goals at the moment.
Yeah, with 2 goals. So yeah, so both on par, 2 goals each. Graham Potter will be my gift. Hell no, coach. Keep Lambs away from Rangers. So you're a Rangers fan. Okay, I just found out. Gallagher's best player in team. Yeah, got the frogs and what likes him. Gallagher has the minerals, the work rate. That these are lazy run guns just simply don't have. We can say that work rate is the reason why the manager values him, and I cannot argue against that. As soon as we have here, and we have Christian Norton. Christian, always nice to see you. I hope you're doing well. I appreciate you finding the time to join. My ears bleeding. Why? Okay, but Gallagher, they get to sleep in the young boys. So let's see, Kochi, the real chat goat okay, you have Gallagher on panel using a Bonner account. Okay. Let's see. Okay, I understood that was what you meant there. No, JC. I made the photo myself. God of Frogs, are you are you a graphic designer? You let me know, please. We're looking for a dedicated graphic designer to make the workload easy on me. I prefer Jerry Z, not not Jay Z. Okay, we move on from that. What else do we have to look at here? 10 wins. Yeah. We've won how many? 16. We played them 16 times. We've won 5 times. We drew 5 times, and they won just 1 time. And the last 1, 2, 3, 4 games, we beat them 2-0 at home, 0-0 at home. Also, they beat us 2-1 in the Premier League last season at their home. Wow. And then we beat them 2-0 at home last season. Yeah. So let me see even more here. So the fifth one, we beat them 1-0 in 2021, January 16th of 2021. So yeah, but usually when the results look like this, when it looks like as if, yeah, it's going to be a walk in the park, that's when I'm usually concerned. But I hope that will not be the case. Anything else we should be looking at here? We've looked at the numbers, we looked at head to head. Okay, yeah, team form. Let's look at that before we move on. Let's see, not a graphic designer, no, just have some basic skills with Photoshop. I am again a programmer in the works. Oh, good work. A good vocation for you. I think you'll make a lot from that. So good luck, and I will always ask you how school is going. So keep it up, Coach. How about all of the leaks coming out of our camp? What are the leaks? I haven't heard much of that. You tell me more. Leaks about what? The lineup
Yeah.
leaks.
No,
The
not
lineup.
not lineups.
Yeah, you go ahead. You talk about it if you're acquainted with that. What
We-
he just said.
I'll share it to you on the group. I think someone already shared it about Thiago Silva thinking that the players doesn't have a winning mentality. Also complaints about Mauricio Pochettino training methods and stuff, which are annoying. I,
Wow.
I- I'll share it to you right now.
Yeah. Why should that be happening? I think they're gonna find out who's been doing that, and I think any player that complains about the training methodology, methods, probably is lazy. Yeah, and if anybody's
Sorry,
doing that,
did I
I
miss
think
something?
probably
Like,
be the older players. Let's hear you,
what
Teresa. You were
was
saying something.
that league? Maybe I didn't check the news recently.
Leaks
I
that
mean,
players are
in the morning.
complaining that Thiago Silva was saying that the players doesn't have winning mentality, and players are complaining about Mauricio Pochettino's training method.
Wow.
I think it's all made up, and that's because it's believable and because we've heard how difficult it is again how he drills our players. To me, I think it's all made up and it's believable because of what we've heard in the media. But let's hear you, Jersey. What do you make of that?
Yeah. So I am, of course, always checking the news. But since the last few hours this morning, I was busy. First, I have to see, of course, I have to do my research. Who is the source? I always see the source, the credibility. But if it's true, it sounds really absurd, right? And that
It
is
does,
true.
yeah,
Everyone
it
knows
does
that
sound
in the
absurd, yeah.
industry, that Mauricio Pochettino's training regime is one of the most difficult or intense regimes in the I won't say in the entire world, but in the league or in Europe, like his intensity. In fact, as much as I appreciate Pochettino, sometimes I also think, right, that he should maybe, I'm not saying like he should make it easier, but sometimes it feels like it's super, super intense. And the reason why I'm saying that is because we are having too many injuries. So maybe, I don't know, maybe Pochettino needs to also see if I mean, if the players are, what I'm trying to say, if the players need to develop or gradually, come to that fitness and then go with that intensity. But if the players are complaining, and if it's true, then it's not a good sign, I would say, so early in the season. And yeah, so we have to really first, I need to study. I cannot give the comment without studying this report. And but it sounds weird, right? That if it's
Mhm.
true, even if the report is true that the players are complaining, but I can understand that, right? Not looking down on any manager, but the regime under Potter and Lampard, and now with Pochettino, right? His super intense training methodology. So I'm sure that players must be having a lot of, you can say, challenges to live up with that. But the reason I'm saying that Pochettino needs to be careful is that we already have so many injuries, and I don't know if the transition for those players is that smooth or that natural. So that is where I'm a little bit concerned.
I'm not
But
concerned here. I think this is absolute horse doo-doo. Look at the reports here. Pay attention now, Jersey, if you're listening. Chelsea's struggles in attack does not reflect well on Pochettino. One, right? A source close to senior players say it is because Pochettino has given limited tactical instructions to the attacking players and keeping and been keeping things and been keeping the message simple. Yeah, keeping the message simple is how the most effective way to get your tactical messages across. If you try to get something, if you don't simplify it, then it becomes complicated. And the fact that we've created good enough chances, we've created more. We have, you say, what the teams, what the second best in terms of XG, right? And in terms of chances created, we're up there. So that's why this doesn't make sense to me. I think this is just absolute nonsense. And just the Athletic, who from the Athletic? Be specific. Let know. Let us know.
Simon Johnson and
Yeah.
and other one is Liam Tuomi, something like that.
Yeah, to me, it's absolute horse doo-doo. Honestly, it doesn't make sense.
The thing about the Athletic, every time Chelsea are not performing very well, they're gonna get some inside source and posting them, and then they're gonna make our fans crazy. You know them. Our fans like to read nonsense articles, and then they make it like it's the truth all the time. So I hate, to be honest, man. The athletic sometimes doesn't help our progress in football, so they should stop posting this nonsense, because you won't hear any nonsense about this in terms of Arsenal, Man City, Manchester United, you name them. Never ever. But in terms of Chelsea, oh my gosh, you gotta get these nonsense articles all the time.
Yeah, that doesn't make any sort of sense. So you're blaming, are they blaming the manager for the chances we've missed? Because it's not like we're not creating chances. We've created good enough chances, you can say, to be better placed in the table right now, but we've not been clinical. And it's as simple as that. As Roger will always say, it's all about execution. You can't teach players how to put the ball in the back of the net. That is something they should know how to do by now.
And just one thing to add to that, as I was thinking when you guys were discussing, and it doesn't make any sense. You know why? Because most of the chances we missed were sitters, right? Absolutely clear, like sitters, 1v1 and simple tap in. So it really doesn't integrate well with this message. But again, like we cannot even, we cannot also rule out, because as we were thinking, it's not a concern with Mediocre, what happened. And then we later got the news about him partying and all of that. So what I'm saying is that we have to be careful. There might be some truth in this message. That is what I'm saying at this moment.
Honestly, this is absolute nonsense. It just doesn't make sense. How senior? I don't know. Go ahead, Tebago, if you have anything else to say.
The other issue I have with this article, saying that the training methods of Pochettino are not helping the players and stuff. But again, if you look at the team last season, our fitness level were very poor. Even Frank Lampard said it, like, "Oh my God, the time I watched these kids were awful. I couldn't believe it." But now, yet, we see this article talking about players doesn't rate or complain about Pochettino training methods. Are you kidding me? We need to get our fitness levels at best all the time, so that we won't see our players struggling during games. So I'm annoyed, but it's okay.
Yeah, I don't think Houston. This is I don't like this. I think Chelsea fans are again given our struggles. You can say we're vulnerable, and the media, the journalists, they're just exploiting our vulnerability for clicks. That's how I see it, because this doesn't make sense. The aspect that you can say that specifically talks about how he hasn't, you can say, overly simplifying the tactics for the attackers. We have young players there. If you complicate it, it becomes difficult for them to understand what you want. And in my opinion, I think we're creating good chances. We just have, you can say, details to iron out, some detail to iron out, and then we'll be all right. It's not like we're not creating good enough chances. It's not like we're not doing well. XG suggests we're actually one of top, and you can say one of the top clubs in the league in terms of you can say big chances created and XGs in total. So I'm not sure how this makes sense to anybody. I'm not going to pay attention to that. It's concerning, really. The leaks from the senior players are probably the worst performers are the ones complaining. Yeah, because we're going to talk about the senior players. It's Raheem Sterling. Chalobah has joined the senior players there. A few more. Who else? I think probably those that aren't doing well, looking for excuses, so that the whole thing will be, so that, yeah, people will start blaming the manager and not them. In my opinion, honestly, that doesn't just make any sort of sense. I'm so excited for later, but I know I will see the lineup and be very disappointed. Probably. And morning to you too, my sister Santiago Muno. I hope you're doing well. Big up my my minerals generous God of Frog. Frogs, I appreciate you saying hello to him. Let's see anything. Chaloba is thought to be the source. I've heard that before. Yep, Chala may be, but we'll find out. And whoever that is probably will end up being sold in January. Let's see, Santiago. Hello to you. It could be also be Gallagher. Gallagher, you could say he's been the luckiest under the current manager, so I don't think he'd be doing that. Probably feels like, yeah, that things are all rosy at this point. He has nothing to complain about. He gets a start. Starling may be because he's been awful. Probably that's the sort of person that would be leaking such nonsense just to, to deflect, from the fact that he's underperforming. I'd say, yeah, maybe he's capable of doing that, in my opinion. Because it's a human thing. If they can find a way to deflect the blame from themselves, they do that, and I think that's what's happening right now. Chalobah, yeah, let's see what else we have here. I say it's one from Stalin or Gallagher or even Chalobah. You never know, because yeah, I'm not. I'm just gonna move on from that. But it's annoying, really. Need to keep our column generous. Trev and Gallagher. Unfortunately, Trevor Chalobah may well get to leave in January, except if he gets better, gets fit and starts playing week in week out, then the manager feels like he's undroppable, then he will not leave in January. Yep. Okay. See you when you get back. Apparently, he used the same tactics when he was coaching PSG. Apparently, it's the word I'm paying attention to. Nobody's too sure. Did he struggle at PSG? I wouldn't say. I would say no. It's just that people wanted him to win everything because, yeah, he had Messi and all the names that you can mention right now. But he still won. He won League R. I think he won League R, didn't he? But everybody wanted him to win the Champions League and win everything else. There were managers. Tuchel had some of those players and still didn't win the Champions League with them. There are other managers who had those players and still didn't win the Champions League with them, just League R. So, but I get it because it's Pochettino, and people will always say, yeah, look all the players he had at the time and wasn't able to win this and win the other one. PSG played very badly with this tactic. What tactic in question? He used a free roll off his front three, and it didn't work. Okay.
He did not use the free roll. He was forced to use that role.
Yeah, just 1 second. Let's not talk over each other. I'll come back to you. They're not lying or making it up. They're actually talking to someone in the camp. I don't think. How do you know? How do we know they are talking with somebody in the camp? But even if they are, the players they're talking to are full of it too, in my opinion. Unfortunately, I'm one of those people that's very hard to convince, and that's why I don't usually fall to everything I see out there. I take my time to analyze and pay attention to it. And I've given you the reason why I think that doesn't make sense. What they're saying doesn't align with the fact that we've created good enough chances to won. You can say to have won, or at least not lose any of the games that we've lost. Yeah, we've not just been clinical, and that's not something you blame on the manager's tactics. It's as simple as that. And if anybody that's arguing that, is a person not paying attention to the fact we have an entirely new squad? And yeah, we should be worse off right now, in my opinion. But I'm seeing progress, if you ask me. Has the manager done everything correctly to my liking? I'd say no. To be specific, that is just my opinion. And that's why I have to say to my liking, to be specific right there. So to me, I don't think we should be sulking up to everything we see out there. And I've given you the reason why I don't think that argument makes any sort of sense. Or you could say that report makes any sort of sense. It's just them. we'll beat Brighton, and it's a good sign. And they have to find something, you can say, to drive the negative feeling again up the, you can say, the throat of Chelsea fans. In my opinion, I'm not gonna dwell on that. It doesn't move me. Great chances from individual brilliance action. That's still something. We're talking about an entirely new squad, and yet we're doing again as well as I believe we're doing. They need to find out who these people are, because it keeps coming out. So I think they will. Given if somebody's saying, you can say the reporter is saying sources are close to senior players, so they've narrowed it down. We have to start looking at the senior players, and given the behavior of these senior players, it'd be easy to, you can say, to find out who that is really. That's, you can say, just trying to. It just doesn't help the team, in my opinion. But Poch will probably still play him, even if he finds out who's been saying that. I don't think he plays a person, in my opinion. Miracle, he can says Poch I should play 4-3-3. I'm not gonna be the one to dictate what formation he plays. It's up to him. I don't know. Anybody else want to say anything with regards to this particular report, or should we move on? To me, it's absolute nonsense, and I'd advise people to go take their time and analyze it. In comparison to how many chances we've created, how well we're doing in the attacking area. The only thing we haven't done is be clinical in front. Be clinical. That's just that. So to me, that report doesn't make sense. He had to use that tactics, even though he was okay. He was the coach. He had more firepower than even a world-class player. Took a manager to do it. Okay. I could have said it. I said it. If it is Sterling, he will still play him. If it is Sterling, I think he would drop him. I think I've seen signs. The chances are for him to have dropped Ben Chilwell the way he did. I think he'd drop any other player without thinking twice. If he feels like dropping the player will, you can say, will help us become better by playing someone else in that position. But that's, by the way, I don't think there's anything else we should be looking at here. We should go to the lineup building exercise. I think we played on how many occasions with a 4-2-3-1 structure. I don't know if anybody thinks he'd be deploying a different structure. I think he'd still go with this one. And I'm just going to quickly plug in the easy, you said the most difficult there. I don't want the other panelists or people in the chat to suffer with me. So I'm just going to plug in, Sanchez there. Okay, in my opinion. But yeah, that's the most difficult one. And then I'm going to come to you, Tebago, the back four. You don't have to worry about the goalkeeper. I know it's difficult, so I had to take care of that myself. The back four for you. Let's hear you and the reason you're selecting every the players you've been naming here. Go ahead.
Yeah, my back four, the left back for me, I want Cocorella to play there and give us what he gave us against Brighton on his preferred position, and both centre back. I'll give Levi Colwell as a left centre back. Chaco Silva was rested. I'll give him as a right centre back. Disasi as a right back for now. So that's my back four.
Yeah, I think I agree with you. My back four will be Kukurea left back. This is Colwell left center back, right center back here. That's two central center backs. Colwell on the left, Silva on the right, and right back the Sassi. And the Sassi, hopefully the manager knows he's played there before for Monaco. He's played in the right back position for Monaco. So hopefully the manager plays him there. Except if he decides he's gonna play, what's his name? Moises Casado there, which wouldn't make any sort of sense since the Sassi has played there. I think we're going to see this. And the absence of Ben Chilwell makes me think, certainly this is the back four we'll see. But let's see. Poch should use a Broya for number 9. I think that may well happen. He rested Chilwell, not dropped. Chilwell got injured. Yeah, and Chilwell will be out for 4 weeks at least. Correct me if I'm wrong, Tebago.
Yes, 4 weeks for now.
Yeah, Chilwell will be out for at least 4 weeks. Gallagher as a striker. Okay. So Kuku played a right back and was man of the match. Why would he not play him there again? So probably that may well be the reason why he ends up playing him in the right back position. But I think no. That's a chance that may well happen. Then we'll see Cowell in the left back position again. But I think let's see. Let's find out. Let's hear you. If you're there, the back four for you, Jerry Z.
Yes, sir. So it's
We're
ironic.
talking
Last
about
time,
what you think. What you think he will do.
I don't have to think a lot because the last time as well, Coolest Chels, like it seems has some, he has hacked into my system, right?
Mhm.
So, or my mind. So it's the same back four that our beloved Coolest Chels picked. And there are not too many reasons that I have to give. It's of course due to the injuries of Reece, James, Gusto, and Ben Chilwell. So I think this is probably both the safe and the best options we have at the moment.
And do you think, just as Constantine Dante said in the chat, that Cucurella, given the fact that he won the man of the match in the game against Brighton, that he gets to play in the right back again because that was the position he played on the day?
It is quite possible, yes. The back four that I said is probably the same. It's a possibility that it's a possibility. Yes, it's a possibility. Cucurella can play on the as a right wing.
Let's talk
Sorry,
about
as a
it.
right back, and
Yeah.
then Koval will play for the left in his natural position. I mean, in his Pochettino's preferred position, as he was doing when he was using a 3-4-2-1, and Silva and Disasi can, of course, occupy the middle space. So it's a possibility, but I would
Not a
I would
certainty.
not certainty. I would assume it's better to play Cucurella if I mean if we are playing this back four, then play players at their right position, in my opinion.
Here's the thing: two ways to see it. Somebody could argue that Cucurella did as well as he did in the right back position, and that's because when he plays in the left back position, usually he drifts inwards, and you have tons of space here that opposition players exploit or opposition teams exploit. So maybe that happens naturally, or you can say subconsciously. He drifts in. Maybe on the right hand side, if anything, he goes to the right. I'm not too sure what to make of that.
Yes,
But
but again, coach,
there's
again
also an argument. Just one
that was
second, I'm coming.
almost a
Just
man
one
of the
second.
match performance, but it was only a game, right? So you
Yeah.
see where I'm coming from. It was one game against Brighton, so we cannot conclude that this is the reason or this is how things will unfold. He did perform very well as a right back, and the shortcomings, as you just pointed out, are pitch perfect, and I agree with that.
His shortcomings will be less on the right hand side because since the tendency is to, you could say, drift to his
Yes.
right. That's
So
his,
basically,
yeah.
yes, sir. So basically, it could be a tactical thing, then, right? As you pointed out, and so beautifully, as you explained, this is a great reason. So, as I said, it's a possibility that he can play on the right. So, but it's difficult to say. Yeah.
Possibly, and then also somebody could come and argue, you know what? I think he'd be better off playing left back. That he'd do even better if he plays in the left back position. But there's no telling. Let's see what the manager does there. But I get your argument there. Plug in Jerry there. Okay. Isn't Ian a natural left back, left wing back, and actually better than those? You can say in terms of ball progression, and it looks like he's solid defensively. But from what we've seen, and I started arguing this during preseason, that the manager doesn't see him as a left back, unfortunately.
Yes,
Which is,
I
yeah,
agree.
he doesn't see him as a left back, which is one of the reasons why I argue will may likely the rumors that we're interested in signing Phil Hernandez may well be serious. That's because Ben Chilwell hardly stays fit. Cucurella has told again, as we've heard, seen the reports that if he doesn't play that much, he will push to leave the club in January. So, which means, yeah, we practically won't have a left back in January because how often do you think Ben Chilwell will be ready to play? But that's by the way. The manager doesn't see him as a left back. I think that is, that is clear right now. Cole Palmer should play number 10 role. I think he should play there. But against Brighton, he started as right winger, and he was excellent on today. So I wouldn't mind as long as he starts. More importantly, but if you ask me, I'd say he's probably the most equipped to fulfill the 10 role for us effectively than any other person there. I love Connie Chukwuemeka, but I still think maybe I think Chukwuemeka is more of an 8 to me than he is a 10. but Palmer has everything you need in a 10. Yeah, I think we've looked at that again. Thank you for sharing that with me. And Obima the Bogo says I'd play Ian left back in Cucurella right back. The manager doesn't trust him. I think it's what it's looking like. If the manager needs he's looking for taller players in the defensive area. But if we play with the back three, where we play with wing backs, I'd say play Matson there, or play a traditional winger in the wing back position for us. But Matson, he hasn't done badly whenever he starts for the forward. So again, we don't know much about. We don't have too much to work with in terms of trying to predict what we believe Pochettino would do. Let's see where. Let's hear you, Tebago. The 266 for you. Let's hear you. But before you do that, let's hear what Constantine Dante has to say here. If Matson cannot get a game, if Matson cannot get a game with all these fullbacks are out, then he will go, and I don't blame him. Questions is why I keep him and not. When we could have sold him last transfer window. Here's the thing. Two things. It's either the manager he's had the conversation with him that he sees him as an attacking player, not as a defender. That's one. Or two, the club are just trying to get him, you can say, to find a way to convince him to put pen to paper for a new contract, long-term contract, so that when they want to sell him, they get a sizable fee from his soul. And rumors are that he may well put pen to paper soon for a new contract. Let's hear you. Yeah.
Chelsea accepted 31.5 million from Bingley, so I don't understand why Dante saying that why we shouldn't have sold him. We were about to sell him, but the kid rejected the offer, said he was willing to fight for his place at Chelsea. So
why do you think he rejected the offer? I'd say the manager has given him the confidence.
Yes.
Confidence. Yeah, he's shown him that he can trust. Probably has had a conversation with him. But go ahead if you're still speaking. Sorry.
No, I'm done, coach. I was just saying that the club accepted the Bingley offer, so no need to ask questions that why we should have sold the kid. The club were willing to sell the kid because they accepted the offer.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. And this here from JC says the back line is easy, no panic there. The panic starts when Casado Palmer or Leslie will be dropped. You know why? Yeah, exactly. And let's see. Yep, I think I understood. Silva needs to hold the bench. He hinders the fluid motion of the game. And I'm just, as much as I like him, but here's the thing. Since I've said that particular report, it's absolute boohoo. So I wouldn't go to start, like you said, mentioning names of the players I think probably facilitating the leaks. Hello to you too, mate. Thank you for joining. Fight for his place where? What position? Yeah, and if you're talking about the attacking area and Kunku will still come back, I think this makes sense now. I have to say this is the delicious comment of the day. So yeah, good question. If we're saying fight for his place where? In the attacking area, except if he's gonna play as a winger sometimes, and I haven't seen the manager play him there. Correct me if I'm wrong. And Kuku will still come back. We have Connie Chukwuemeka, who naturally, plays somewhere across the front of the back, the three in behind the striker there. We still have who again? Gallagher is still there. So it just doesn't make sense right now until maybe we'll find out. Thank you for asking. The stream is going well. And yeah, thank you so much. And let's see. Excuse me, people. Just give me 1 second.
Jersey.
Yes, sir.
So, coach is back. I was just asking you, what is a double pivot?
Yeah, go for it, Jerry. Good question from my bro. The 2 6s. Let's hear you.
Yeah, it depends. There are two ways we can look at it. It's not a standard situation. A down pivot is if the left back or the right back, they are moving up the pitch. and we have used a system where there are two players generally in football, and they are using they are playing in a hybrid position. Usually they go deep, they go in the defense, and they join the defense in transition. And on the other hand, if we are playing with a system that the players are more upfront, then they are basically using the wider space more as well. So it's not a very defined procedure. So the thing is, the role of the players in the pivot, it's very hybrid. Either it's more diagonal or moving forward, but most of the times, usually they are integrated with the defense and allowing one of the two players to move in transition.
So you haven't mentioned any players for the 2-6s. And Headstand, I think I want you also to talk about Jerry. Do you think Gallagher was rested to start this game? I think that's the case. But let's hear you.
No.
You don't think he was rested against Brighton for him to be fully, you can say, ready for this game, well rested?
Yes. My 2-6s are Gallagher and Caicedo.
Gallagher and Caicedo. So which means you think he was rested for this game. So since he's starting,
I'm not thinking on those lines. It could be also another possibility that was the reason he was rested. But I think he will play. My reason for him playing is different because my number 9 is. I'll tell you who is my number 9. My number 9 is someone who doesn't regularly play as a number 9. So I'll keep the suspense.
Okay.
False nine, right?
Yes, then, as much as I don't want to see this, as much as I want Asa to start from a deeper position, and chances that the manager would do that, because the last time he played as a 10, he was in a let me use Roger's language, he was ineffectual, and he was eventually replaced. I think he should start from a deeper position. He'd be more effective for us. I can't elaborate this enough. I can't explain this enough every day. Enzo, the more he sees the pitch, the more effective it be. The less he sees the pitch, the less effective it be. And that doesn't mean he's not a good player. Play him in the 10 role, you will still see him be effective, but not as effective as he be if he starts from a deeper position where he see the pitch more. But that's just my opinion anyway. I'll come to you in a bit. Coolest Chels. I think this is a double pivot we may end up seeing. On my unfortunately, if Poch has any sense, he will start Matson over Sterling. He plays so much better with this boy on the pitch. Yep, and Matson is a better creator. He's a better creator than Raheem Sterling. Honestly, I get it. The only thing that Sterling has over him is experience. 2-0 Chelsea win. Oseji, Osaji, Osenwande. Thank you, Favor, for joining us this morning. I appreciate you. And Favor, all of us here right now, please, if you don't mind, whenever you can, do share the link to the stream to your friends and family, or on whatever social media platforms where you have presence, so that people can come join us and subscribe to the channel. Oseji, thank you for joining this morning or afternoon for you. It depends on where you are. Please keep dropping the likes on the stream. We have 38 likes. We should be doing better than that, people. Let's go. And this here says Poch out. Train is heating up. I wouldn't say I don't think I agree with that. I think it's not heating up. Yes, probably the train is somewhere, but the train hasn't arrived in the bus stop yet. Maybe. I know you're one of the drivers, but people aren't too, you can say, eager to get on that bus, in my opinion. But let's hear you. Your 2-6s, Tebago. Let's hear you, brother.
Can you hear me?
Oh, yeah, crystal clear.
Okay, my 2-6s, I would prefer Mrs. Caicedo and Enzo, but I know
that's your preference.
Yes, that's the preference, but we all know that at the meantime, Poch preferred Conor Gallagher and Moses Caicedo, which sometimes is an issue for fans, but as much as I hate it, I understand for now, because at the same time, I don't think Conor Gallagher is more technically to play as a number 10. So if, let's say, Kani Shekomeka be fit anytime soon, let's say against Bingley, then that's where I can see him playing there and Enzo play his preferred position. For now, let's play Gallagher and Moses Caicedo.
But let me ask you this. I get it. This is we're trying to predict the manager's selection today, and most likely this is what we're going to see. Would be surprised if he does anything differently. Let me ask you: would you rather Enzo in the 10th position or Gallagher in the 10th position? Whatever you feel like would be better off doing. Let's hear you.
Okay, this is my opinion, right? I would prefer Gallagher as a number 10, Enzo as a number 6, because you said it before, like Enzo is more effective playing as a deep player. So I'd rather play him there and then Gallagher land as a number 10. So that's my opinion. But at the same time, we don't have coaching badges, right?
Ouch.
Sorry about it.
That sounds like something Roger would say, but you're very correct. We don't have coaching badges, and we're not Mauricio Pochettino, but that's fine. I like that one. Wow. I hope you heard that, Jersey.
Yes, sir, and I truly agree with that. And I always respect the people and their work and their profession. So that is correct.
Yep, we're not. But I like that. That was funny. If we lose, then for sure, last call, all on board. Aboard. I'm not coming on board. For me right now, but I don't think. I'm not sure what the outcome would be. Do I think we'll lose? I say no. Trust in the process. Yes, we have to. Gallagher and Stalin are the travel agents. A process which is not being followed. Let's see what else we have here. Rome wasn't beaten a day. I think I agree with that one. Oh my goodness, I'm not reading this. Okay, let's see what else we have here. Keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. The likes to go a long way. All Mount fans have taken sanctuary in Gallagher. You could argue that. Yeah. But Gallagher, I don't think he's our worst player. Keep whose name out of your mouth and who's you. Let's see. Tebago CFC says, yep. Here's the link to Tebago's YouTube channel. Please go check it out. Be sure to subscribe and let him know I sent you. Let's help him grow. I think he's releasing quite a lot of videos right now. Lots of good YouTube shots. Tebago, you can share the link to one of those videos so that people can go check it out. Yep, I really want you to do that. Nice stylist says no Gallagher. Yeah, nice stylist. I think I haven't seen you in a while. I hope you've been good. Please do let us know. Welcome back, and please let us know that you're doing well. Hit the like button, people, and subscribe to the channel. We're getting closer to 17,200. We are at 17,196 subscribers. So soon we'll get to 18,000. I think we'll get there as soon as possible. Let's see what else we have here. Why are the fans okay? Why are the fans Gallagher in the double pivot? We're trying to predict what the manager would do. This is not what we would like to see. Maybe if we have time, if we finish this, then we'll do our preferred 11. But this isn't our preferred 11. This is what we think. We believe that the manager will most likely do, because Gallagher is our most creative player and can carry the ball forward. Also, has the best passing and a vision in our squad. No, that's not the argument. Here's the thing. I think he'd do better for us. In the number 10 role, because he carries goal threat. I think he probably most likely to score than Enzo at this point. Enzo carries goal threat, but we haven't seen that manifest since he joined Chelsea. Gallagher will be more effective, in my opinion, playing in the 10 role. He can create you. That doesn't mean he's well equipped or properly equipped to fulfill that role. But given what we have, and Enzo playing in the 10 role, we'll be wasting him. We will be wasting Enzo's. You can say we'll be wasting Enzo's creative ability if we're playing close in the 10 role, in my opinion. If you understand my point. So yeah, but if we play Enzo in the 10 role and play Gallagher as one of the 2 6s then what we are effectively, you can say playing two players in in the wrong places where they'd be less effective. So we're better off playing each in a role or in a position where we get the most out of what we have. That is my argument. Enzo is not a 10, and I've told people that before. Even I think I had a fight on Twitter where I told people, look, we need to sign a traditional 10. I've been saying that even since last season when people were busy saying all we need is a DM and a number 9 and one defender. And I've been telling them we need a traditional 10, and we don't have any. And look at it now. Now people are realizing we need that. And Enzo isn't that. Enzo is an excellent player. Don't get me wrong, but he shouldn't be playing in the 10 role, in my opinion. But despite the way, let's move on from that. Go ahead.
But we can develop Cole Palmer as a number 10. I think that if you can give him more game time, he'll develop as a number 10. The way he moves, those slicky passes, it seems like even that goal Jackson scored against Brighton, seems like he moved and paused. Everyone was looking at him, and then he nutmegged that kid, and then boom, Jackson scored a goal. So I think that if we can give him more game time there, it can be perfect number 10 for us.
Okay, but here's the thing: if we sign it, if Palmer can fulfill the 10 role, why not us have 2 creative players on the pitch instead of 1? Do you get my argument now? Palmer is creative, and you can say he's not. His passing range doesn't. He cannot. You can say he's not excellent as passing from a deeper position like Enzo is, but he's excellent at creating. See, do you see the sort of chance he created? He created for Jackson. He had to, in a heartbeat, quickly like this, switch the ball from his right foot to his left foot, and then boom, pass it quickly. The defenders couldn't read what he wanted to do. And even though he had 2 defenders in his front, he was still able to read Jackson's run. You don't have such in Enzo. Enzo needs space to be as effective as he is. He's a good passer of the ball, but he'd be more effective, more creative from a deeper position. And if we have Enzo as one of the 2 6s and still have like Palmer in the 10 role, we have 2 excellent creators on the pitch. That's my point. We can also still have them both. If Enzo starts as 10 and Palmer starts in the right wing, we still have them both, but Enzo will still not be as effective as it'd be if he starts in the deeper position, especially what I'm thinking now that most likely Fulham will try to, you can say, approach the game the way West Ham United and Nottingham Forest did, and try to hit us, even Aston Villa to an extent, and try to hit us on a break. And by the way, I want to hear your thoughts on how well Brighton are doing of late. And all of a sudden, De Zerbi is remembering, we lost Casado, we lost this other player, and we lost the other player. But he first of all told us he was going to do, he can do without them. But that's, by the way, keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. We have Tebago. He's shared the links to his YouTube channel. Go check it out and make sure to subscribe. I appreciate you all finding the time to join the show. Once more, I don't have to remind you that. Not to mention his technical and dribble skills. Just go away, Constantine Dante. And in the GFC Cavern, we will win today. Is that what you're saying? GFC, do you own a YouTube channel? We ask that question whenever anybody joins us. If you own a YouTube channel, let us know. We're selfless here, and you can say selflessness is the reason why we're growing the community is growing as fast as it's growing. So let us know if you own a YouTube channel. We'd be willing to help you grow it. Constantine Dante and Mitchell Boy, what a friend! I think you're beyond a friend right now. You become a brother, even though you're a member of the community. Honestly, bro, I have to say this. I get it. Much love. We share love. We respect each other. You can say, but you don't have to do this. But I'm gonna take it. And sorry, you can't take it back. But that's all. It's all love, Michi. I know you know that. To my pal coach, this is to help do something nicer for your loved ones. Thanks. I appreciate that, brother. I cannot thank you enough. Much love to you. And I will find a way to pay you back in a big way. And I can't wait for you to get monetized. And I will launch it for you in a very, very special way, more importantly. But still, Michi, I don't like you. And I'm sure you know that. Let's move on. Kishan says here, What am I seeing on the screen? Yeah. Since when is Gallagher all that? Unfortunately, we're not building our preferred lineup. We're trying to build a lineup. We think you can say that uh, yeah, we're trying to predict Mauricio Pochettino's selection. That midfield of Leslie Casado and Palmer beat Brighton. Yep, and they were excellent. So maybe his thing, until the manager does otherwise, this is what we think he'd do. Until maybe if today Leslie starts after that good performance against, but we have to say this, he was lucky not to have been red carded. But if he starts today and we see the midfield we saw against that played against Brighton, then yeah, we'll know he's changed. So, but right now, this is the most likely 2-6s there, in our opinion. Casado and Palmer beat Brighton's midfield. Brighton it's no pushover. Yep, I get it. A lot of people will say they didn't start with the other person or the other person. They are tough side. Why should Poch mess with that lineup? It's a no-brainer. But let's see what he does. Until he does something different right now, this is the 2-6s we're going to see on the day. I definitely put Gallagher as a 10 and switch Enzo. Yep, we've argued that from now to kingdom come, as Nigerians will say. Sarcasm, Kishon. Let's see who you think winning chat. Somebody asked a question, and that's a Serbian-born member here is asking you the question. Who do you think will win? Respond to him. You see his handle there, Serbian born. Give him an answer. Chelsea, I think I don't trust this team that much to go to the extent of saying I think would win. The saying Starling will play the striker role. What a shame if this actually happens. I don't think he will, but let's see. But Michi, thanks more, Warrigan. Like, and like 44 likes. We should at least get it to 50 likes, people. Even if we cannot get it to 100, let's keep it going. We have 44 likes in total. We can do better than that. I don't understand why we bought Enzo. We are wasting his time here to put him at the number 10 role. Gallagher as the number 8. What a waste of a season in this Histon.
I disagree.
Histon, I just wanted to say something quickly. Enzo himself, if you ask him, I think his dad did say something in public actually that his son wants to play in a more advanced role. Yes, let's see. Okay, you own a YouTube channel. Okay, you're not, so sharing the link to your channel is going to be a risk now, but you can talk about it because you're not a moderator. Your link will be deleted, but maybe until you become a mod. Casado, Palmer on the 10, Matson on the right. That may well happen. Dante, we all value coach and we all value each other. More importantly, that's all. Yeah, but much love to you too, my bro, Michi. I appreciate that. No, I am talking about what Constantine was saying. Okay, I was. Poch has found a midfield so you didn't know he was being sarcastic. That what's putting Gallagher and Enzo in the mix would kill Cole Palmer's game. Unfortunately, do you think Poch will repeat the midfield we saw that played against Brighton today? We don't know, and that's why we're saying we have to assume this is these are the 2-6s we're going to see on the day, except until he does otherwise. Then we'll say, okay, maybe Poch doesn't rate Enzo in the pivot. Lack of pace, maybe, possibly that may well be the case. Maybe he's trying to nurture him into becoming the 10. That I don't think he is. There's no evidence. Who's this? Just go away, man. Just go away. Let's see. We'll move on from that. Keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. The likes do go a long way. Let's see. I don't know. Let's come to you. Tebago, you said you disagree with something. Let's hear you. What did you disagree with?
I disagree in terms of what that person said, that why did we buy Enzo? It seems like we're killing his career and stuff. First of all, Enzo during preseason was never used as a number 10. Was always as a double pivot. But due to injuries, we had to make shift in terms of positions. Yes, we don't like it, but again, sometimes we can just fill in positions in order to cover the absentees. Uh,
We have to
uh,
make do with what we have. More importantly.
Yes. Even for example, Ventura never played as a left winger during the preseason, but due to that, Noni, and then I think it was Cole Palmer, they were never ready. We have to make a position for Ben to play there. Yes, we don't like it, but again, sometimes injuries doesn't help. So overall, I think that's why Enzo's playing there just to cover up that space. Even Kanichi Gomeka was playing there. Remember, now he was injured. We, that's when we saw Enzo playing there. So I don't want to complain a lot. Other coaches do that, but when it comes to Chelsea, oh man, they cry about it. I can just share 100 lineups in terms of playing different positions, which they are not their preferred positions. But our fans doesn't know that also.
Mm. I think I agree with you. Unfortunately, some of us are not paying attention to the fact that we just have to make do with what we have. We don't have a perfect team, but the truth remains, yeah, they have to start. We can't go borrow players from other teams. So I get you. Let's hear you. The three in behind the striker. Let's hear you, Tebago. Go for it. I want to hear you.
On the left, I will play Mikhailo Mudryk,
On the
and
left,
then
Modric, I think he starts, and you see all the comments are from Mauricio Pochettino about again he's trying to help him, and we can see the signs are good. I think he's regaining his confidence, and that player, the sky is the limit. He's an excellent player in my opinion, and I'm glad I knew him even before we signed him, not as an individual, but just as a football player. I think he will come good, and the signs are there. So you said Modric.
yes, Mikhailo Mudryk,
Mm-hmm.
and then in terms of number 10, I think Enzo will play there.
Yeah, definitely. If that's what we think the manager would do. That's not us saying
Yes.
this is our preferred lineup. Maybe if we have time enough, we just say play around with the preferred lineup and see, yeah, what we'll come up with. But go ahead. A right wing.
Play number
What
6,
happens
I
there?
think Cole Palmer will play there as a right winger.
Who in the right wing?
Cole Palmer.
Okay, you think Palmer starts there? I think it makes sense. You think he would start? He starts over Raheem Sterling.
Sterling, I think Sterling will play as the first 9.
Oh yeah. In the absence of
Yes,
Jackson, but I think
but
that could Brea starts. But go ahead.
but in terms of what I would prefer, as I said, double pivot Enzo and Moses Caicedo, and then our three attackers, Mudrik and then Palmer on the as a number 10, sorry, and then as a right winger, I would prefer Ian Mason playing there because I thought like Mason in the second half against Brighton, he played very well, so I wouldn't mind him playing there also just to get more game time and see what he can offer for the team.
Hmm. Hmm. Okay, let's see. But the three in behind the striker is Mudrik, Enzo, Stan, right winger Palmer. I think Palmer should start. We need more creativity there. But let's see the manager does. It's difficult to predict what we think he'd do right now. Just quickly, let me share the link to this bros YouTube channel. I found it. He's not a moderator yet, so he doesn't have the power to share links here. GFC Gavin's YouTube channel link. Is that how you pronounce his name? Gavin? YouTube channel link. Okay, Gavin, there you go. I've shared the link to his YouTube channel there. It's at the very bottom. Please go check it out. Let's help him grow. We grow as a unit. Let's see. I still don't like you. Go away. It's not even a hot take, but Watkins is a better player than Stunman Jackson. Why this board then I throw 40 to 50 million at him is a limb. His thing, I think Jackson is equally good. I am a staunch admirer of Oli Watkins, but It's one thing Jackson has that Watkins don't have. Watkins cannot be as physical as as Jackson can be. Jackson is a better ball player, but you can say from what we've seen so far, Watkins may be the better, you can say, finisher of the two. But I think Jackson will come good. The signs are there. He's done everything right there and take all his chances. And you can say he was denied a goal against Brighton. He scored 2 goals. One was not in any way near an offside, in my opinion. But yeah, the goal was denied. But that's just me. I wouldn't mind us having them both. I've always called for Chelsea to look at Watkins. Some people think he's injury prone or not good enough, not Chelsea level and all that, but he's an excellent finisher. Keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. We have 46 likes. Let's try and get it to 50 at least. Let's see what else we have here. So we buy a Frankie the Young type of player to play him in a DM role for his passing range, and now he wants to play in the 10 role. I think he wants to play there too, and his father did talk about that publicly, where he's not even played a single game. That is really waste of money. I don't think we should be playing him in the 10 role. Is Matson and Palmer, did they work together for Jackson? I think Jackson has done well whenever Ian Matson is on the pitch. I need to see. Maybe you can say it signs that he'd do better when Palmer is on the pitch too. But Jackson isn't going to play this one. He's suspended. Magnum is moderately injured. Matson as right wing is not progressive enough. You'd rather him play in the 10 role, but I wouldn't mind the manager accommodating him in the right wing position as long as he played. As long as he gets to play. For me, on that day, again, against Brighton, he was one of our most effective players. And overall, he's an intelligent player, reads the game so well. And it's a fluid approach, actually. When he created that chance for Jackson, he was in the central area. So it doesn't matter where he starts. Madueke, there's a chance he starts according to the manager, but maybe the manager would want to discipline him a bit for, you can say, partying when he should have you can say been resting and getting fit. Rain, always nice to see you, Rain. I've shared the link to see a GFC Gavin's YouTube channel. Please go subscribe. Let's help him grow. Just subscribe to Gavin. Thank you so much, Tebago, for subscribing to his YouTube channel. And Gavin, Tebago also does have a YouTube channel. He did share the link to his channel there, so please go check it out and subscribe back. Let's grow together. And let's see. I think our Chelsea fans should be patient with Poch, as we have been with Arteta. I think I agree with you. And Arteta's start, actually, as we did look at it the other day, it was actually worse than we're going through right now. But Arsenal FC Moments, I appreciate you joining the show. Thank you so much. I cannot thank you enough. Hit the like button, people, and also do subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Arsenal FC Moments, I agree, but unfortunately, a lot of people, Chelsea fans, will not agree to that. 46 likes, let's get it to 50. Then I'm going to go back now to Jerry Z. Jerry, the 3 in behind the number 9. Let's hear you. Your selection for those positions.
Yeah, it's quite interesting. It's just a coincidence, I believe. The entire starting lineup, both my starting lineup and Coolest Chels, is the same. It's exactly the same. Perhaps it has to do with some of the injuries, especially in the back 4 system. And both of us, I believe, picked Sterling as the number 9. So that is why we have Modric, Enzo, and Palmer behind him. Yep.
Mm-hmm. And I still think, unfortunately, I think Raheem Sterling starts.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, that Modric and Enzo as number 10 and Palmer will play on the right, in my opinion, and Sterling will start because Pochettino also believes in him so much and he's backing him. So if we are right to predict that Gallagher and Caicedo will start in the pivot, then it makes easier to put the other players on at their respective place. So definitely Enzo will start as a number 10. So we don't have many other choices, and Palmer will start. So I don't see any other player starting as number 9. And when it comes to Broya, because he played so less minutes, even in the last game, just a few minutes. So I don't see that Pochettino, not about the belief or trust in him, because he's not he hasn't played much minutes. So especially when the team needs momentum, so I believe he can or he'll probably start Sterling as number 9.
What are the chances
And
of Amanda Broya starting this game?
I don't think Amanda Broja will start this game because
How
at
do
the
you
same
think?
time, well, at the same time, coach, I think we all agree that we should be careful in terms of how we integrate this kid. He's back from an ACL injury, which is not uh, let's say that, which is not an easy injury that you can say the player after his fitness level can come and play just easily game. So we need to integrate him, give him some few minutes, and see what he can offer to the team. Then give him 90 minutes. So I think what his coach is doing is fantastic from my own opinion. But I know fans want him to start. But again, if he starts and get another injury, who will they blame? Obvious, the coach, right? So I think it's easy to let the kid just get some few minutes so they can build his fitness level. Then when he's 100% fit, we can call him to play 90 minutes for us.
Did he play? Did he play any games with the youth team? Like
No,
wait, he didn't.
no, no, not yet.
Wow. So which means he's not gonna see 90 minutes. If anything, so he's most likely not to start. If he starts, I'll be
Can
shocked.
can we play our president there, Mr. Washington?
Yeah, possibly. We don't know. That's why I'm saying his thing. The most likely starter for that number 9 position right now will be Raheem Sterling. Until Pochettino does otherwise, we're not gonna say because we're trying to predict what he does. He trusts Raheem Sterling, even though most of us thinks he sucks. So until he does otherwise, you don't know. So right now we have to go with the most likely player that he will select for that particular position. This is no different from our argument when we picked the 2 6s. We know fully well Gallagher isn't the best there. According to our opinion, the manager feels like he's the best there, and the manager has a final say. And like you said, we don't have coaching badges, right? So it's difficult to say. Yeah, maybe David Washington starts. It depends on how the manager trusts him. We'll find
Yes,
out.
and the whole
Yeah.
structure, Coachella and the fans who are listening, is based on Gallagher and Caicedo's pivot. If Gallagher doesn't start and Enzo starts at his place, then the whole front 3 and 4 can change accordingly, right? Because Gallagher and Caicedo, as we think the manager would start, and Enzo is a player who won't be left on the bench, so we don't have many choices in that regard. So that is important. So and I can understand the backlash and the frustration of the fans. See, because we are playing Gallagher, and also because we are playing him, we have to play Enzo, in our opinion, out of position. So many things change, right? So yeah, and Sterling, I think is most definitely will start as a number 9. I really don't see Broya or Washington or anyone else starting at that position.
Yeah, it's difficult to say. That's not. I've seen women agree just agreeing to what or and then Owasi Cortis says Gallagher is not going to give us a goal. So I prefer we play Ugochukwu with Casado. I'm not sure about your argument, but I understand where you're going. You'd rather Ugochukwu start with Casado than Gallagher. But let's see what the manager does. And yeah, GFC Gavin. I appreciate you becoming a member. Thank you so much. You're very, very welcome. Feel at home, express yourself, and hopefully you become a mod soon so that you can on your own share the link to your channel so people can go check it out. But much love to you, brother. We thank you. We appreciate that, which means we have to do a monthly giveaway as soon as possible. We didn't do, yeah, I think we did 2 in 1 last month. We did do that. The winner says the channel should keep it. I think it was it Phil? It said the channel to keep it. That's his donation to the channel. Coach, I owe Jerry Z an apology. Jerry, are you paying attention here? I seriously thought he was a Nightbot's AI causing big AI cousin.
I just want to be behind my desk and just listen to it.
The beautiful game. Much love to you, brother. Always nice to see you. It looks like you've been very, very busy these days. I like fighting with you, but you've been dodging the fight. 4-2-3-1 back Martin Kowa. This is Sika Correa. The question is, will Kukurea be on the left, or will Kukurea play left back, or will Kowa play left back? Which means, yeah, so we don't know. But let's see what happens. 4-2-3-1, yeah. Fernandez, Sado, forwards Mudrik, Palmer, and Starling, striker Broya or Washington. I still think that could happen, but let's see if the manager does that. Yep, apology accepted. I think I've read that one too. I just went up a bit. Let's see. Yep, welcome, GFC Gavin. Gavin, welcome to a Chelsea perspective. What did Ryan say? Okay, Ryan Winters, I haven't said hello. I haven't said hello to you. And hello to you. I hope you're doing well. If we play this setup that well, then we will lose this game, and the fans will turn on him. Yes, then we're trying to predict what we believe it do, and most likely we'll see something like this. But let's see. We'll see these players on the pitch, maybe in different positions. But let's find out. I hope Adama Traore doesn't cook Kukurea. Adama Traore won't play. I think he's injured. Let's look at it again. He's out injured. Let's see injuries here. Let's see, maybe if it says doubtful, or maybe he's about a few days. So there's a chance he's not going to play today. Yeah, but I'm not too sure whether to bank on that. And we have beautiful game. Yep, always here to say one thing. Good morning, coach, and everyone in the chat. Good morning, my bro. Much love to you. I appreciate you finding the time to join, and I hope you forgive me that weren't able to finish that project. We'll find something else to do to help your channel grow, and then we can introduce it to the public here. I know it doesn't look like you want to talk about it right now, but I think we'll get you ready enough that you'll be comfortable sharing with people. And more importantly, I've said this 1,000 times, my in-laws are back. I think I'll have enough time. We can work on it. But despite the way, we've chosen between the sticks, Robert Sanchez at the four at the back, Kukurea left back, Colwell and Silva center backs, Disasi right back, Gallagher, one of the two sixes, Casado, the second six, Enzo Fernandez, 10, Mudrik left wing, right wing, Palmer, and then number 9. Let's N'Golo Dante. I found the rhythm. I have found the rhythm to call it out how I'd like to. I think it works. N'Golo Dante. But that's, by the way, let's hear you, number 9. Jerry, let's hear your argument for number 9. Jerry, there? Okay, if Jerry isn't there, let's hear your argument for number 9. Let's hear you, the coolest chess. I think you've said something with regards to that position a few minutes ago, but let's hear you. Who do you think starts there?
I think Poch will play Raheem Sterling as a false 9. And then if Broja is ready, then Broja might start there. But
you made a solid argument. It makes sense to argue Broja will not start, but go ahead.
Yes. So, but again, I don't think Broja is ready.
Okay. Yep. Back again. I think poor connection, but go ahead. Are you there, Tebago? All right. If you're there, Jerry Z, let's say your number 9 position. I'm not too sure in that one, I have to be honest. David Washington will be a good shout. That's because he's trained with the team for a while now. The question is, will the manager trust him well enough to play him there? Maybe. I do not know. And if you know David Washington well, what position? What is his position? Again, his preferred position, I don't know. Honestly. Starling will play as a striker today. Why do a lot of people think that's the case? Is that because he's played there for Man City?
Coach, I think because we don't have many options, right? And we need some result as
David
well.
Washington.
Yes, but given how the system is working and how Pochettino is working with the players and the system, just to play Washington like, if we really, again, we have to see this is how the things work and how the overall things would affect. If we truly believe that Gallagher and Caicedo would start, definitely Enzo would also play in the game, right? Enzo would not
Then
start on the
Jerry, look
bench.
at this argument. Look
So
at
what
this
I'm trying to
not
say
argument.
is,
Look at this comment.
if he plays Washington, then he will play Sterling on the right. He will drop Palmer. So when we see all this context changing a player and having its effect on the team, that is why I believe, and probably most of the people believe, Sterling would start. Because if he starts Washington, then he has to either drop Sterling or Palmer, and we think he'll play both of them.
But look at this comment on the screen, Jerry. Before you go, look at this comment on the screen. Can you see it? The comment on the screen now, Jerry. It says Washington he's a striker. That's the question I asked. Okay, good. Thank you for answering that. And like I said, he's been balling with the results. He's been playing well with the results. I think didn't he score a goal and assisted a goal too?
Yes.
But here's the thing: the fact is those were with the results, not with the first team. So
again,
but do you think that
so and by no means like we are sure that this would be the setup? Of course, there's a possibility.
No, I'm not sure. The question I'm asking, just 1 second, Jerry. Do you think the fact that he's been playing with the results and he's been doing well, do you think that wields any measure of influence in terms of the manager's decision to select him or not? Because that was why I said that was with the results and not with the first team. But let's hear you.
Yeah, I mean, it depends. Like, because with Pochettino and what I've studied him over the years, he would see the players. It won't make a difference if it's the reserves at the other team. If he is seeing him, if he has his work rate in front of him and the potential, then he might consider it. But given, again, the way I look at it, this is my way. The way we have played not the way we have played, the way Pochettino has set up the team, the way he is being a little bit cautious, right? Not his way, not his usual way. So I don't see him taking this big leap and playing a young kid up front, right? All of a sudden, especially given that we just found a bit of a momentum. So he would like things to flow and move on, because Nicholas Jackson would come back again. So I don't think so. This would be a game he will try. He will, just for the sake of trying, will integrate Washington. If he does, my question would be again, then he has to drop either Sterling and Palmer. So given that we have those two players, I don't see that he would prefer Washington over those two players. So this is the way I see the game, right? This is my way. So because of the reasons I have given, it's a possibility. I could be wrong, right? But I see it as a small possibility, or as having him starting the game. I will be surprised. Let's put it this way. I'll be surprised.
Yeah, I'll be surprised. Tebago, if you're still there, let's hear you make a case for Washington. I think he deserves to start. I get it. I've made the argument that him playing and doing well with the results doesn't wield so much influence in terms of the manager selecting him to start. I think the manager will go by what he sees on the training pitch with the senior team, and not how well he did with the results. But Tebago, if you're there, I want to hear you make a case for Washington starting. I think he has a chance if he still trains with the first team. But I'm not going by what he did with the results. I don't think that will say any considerable measure of influence. But let's hear you.
I think that Washington will play in the reserves again because they're playing again tonight. So I don't see him like playing for the first team. Just give him another game uh, at the reserve team just to get his confidence. Then we can use him against, let's say, Blackpool, right? Blackburn Rovers, right? So I don't see him like starting ahead of Sterling because at the same time we need the results. So I don't think Pochettino will put the kid there just to give us the results, and will be under a lot of pressure. This kid playing for Chelsea right now while we're struggling for results. So let's put Sterling, even though Sterling sometimes annoys me, but hopefully tonight he finds his shooting boots correctly.
And we have to pay attention to the lineup for the youth team. If we see their lineup and Washington isn't there, then there's a chance. There's a chance he plays for the senior team, maybe off the bench. And something you shared with me, let me share that with the people just quickly here. I think it's important. It says Nizaki Salah is reporting that Mauricio Pochettino is set to start Mihailo Mudryk on the left wing alongside the ends of Fernandes and Cole Palmer behind Raheem Sterling in attack. So we may well see this. We may well see these three here. So let's see.
Our prophecy could probably come true.
Yeah, most likely. Given what we know, again, he's done so far. From what he's done so far, let's see. But thank you for that. Broya can surely play a full half. We know he's not ready, not fully fit, not full. You can say he doesn't have 100% match fitness. But I would rather unfit Broya than Sterling start. But again, at the same time, you don't want to risk a setback. If it's not match ready that much, you don't want to play him too much, and then him getting injured again. Sterling is the son of Poch, just like Gallagher is his other son. It baffles me that coach does not see the analogy. I see all those things. I'm just trying to do what I think the manager would do. Broya should start for 45 minutes. Sterling not so effective in the center. I think I agree. I would rather start Broya at number 9. I think if you see my preferred / maybe a bit of predicted lineup YouTube shot, you see where I started Broya, and I don't think I actually have Sterling on the pitch. I think I did. I'm not too sure.
But coach,
yeah.
The time Pep Guardiola was playing first 9 formations, I think Sterling used to play there sometimes, right?
Mm-hmm.
So he might be familiar with that.
While.
Sorry?
He hasn't done that in a while.
Yes, I know that. So, but unfortunately now, Broja is not 100% fit, and then I feel like we should not risk his healing progress again. So we should be careful with the kid because we want him fit. Being available all the time for us, not just rush him for the sake of needing results.
Mm. Yeah, I think I agree with you, Coach. I believe in morals, values, and Christianity. Okay, but punishing a young, amazing man of having some drinks at the party, it's too much, Coach. No, forget about religion. Our beliefs. It's not too much. He's a professional, and he was nursing an injury, and at a time where we had, you could say, a village of injured players, he shouldn't be partying.
Yes, and it doesn't have to do anything with morals, and especially when he had the injuries. There's a huge crisis. And just one more thing: if Poch has not taken any action, all this step and all this grapevine start in the fan channels and all of that he's being too soft, he's not taking any action, he's being a yes man, which I don't believe to be the case. And when he has taken a step which is very good, professional, ethical, maintaining these standards, then sorry, I'm not being like very critical, and I agree and I see your point where you're coming from, with all due respect. But the thing is, it's a basic, it should be a standard, right? It's not that Pochettino has done something that is so extraordinary or something very unusual. This is important for the standards. And yes, and it's a great thing, right? Especially in the start, you need to be a little strict. If you are not...
No manager will be happy with that.
Definitely.
No manager, that's not okay. And correct me if I'm wrong, wasn't he dancing in the video?
Yeah, that was a video. So
exactly. So if he was dancing in the video, what? And he cannot play for his team. Here's still Ryan Winters. I get your point. But yeah, he has to be corrected now. And the manager, I think the manager is done. Probably has spoken with him and has told him you shouldn't be doing this if you're playing for Chelsea and all that. But the manager has said there's a chance he plays. Yeah.
Coach, another thing.
Yeah.
Sometimes people will say that we should not make excuses in terms of injuries, the way we are performing at the moment. If you watch Manchester City game against Wolves, the midfielder were shocking because Rodri was not available. They were shocking. I watched that game closely. Kovacic couldn't breathe there. Same as Mateus Nunes. They couldn't do anything because they missed Rodri. Also, Erling Haaland, that game was shocking. He had some few touches. He was nowhere to be found. That's why you miss key players in terms of football. But our fans won't make excuses. I'm just saying that. So sometimes injuries affect how you play or how you plan games ahead. So I was just letting people know that if you watch the game against Man City and Wolves, you'll see they missed Rodri.
They miss a lot of their players. Houston,
Yes, 100%.
injuries.
I'll just conclude
Yeah.
that. Sorry, sorry, coach, you go on. Sorry.
No, go ahead.
No, because he asked me this question, or he just shared my for me to give my opinion. So you can see that I completely agree with that with him. With just City incorporating I think four injuries, right? We can see the performance and we can see what he's saying. So when it comes to Chelsea, new team, new squad, 12 injuries, why we keep on forgetting that, right?
Yeah, I think I agree with you. Yes, in terms of who plays in the number 9 role, in the number 9 position, it doesn't matter to me. And why do I say that? Yeah, we've been, again, our attack has been fluid. Maybe not as fluid as we want it to be, but you could say the manager's plan is to have a fluid attack. That's why you see Jackson dropping as deep as he does sometimes. And that's why you see Palmer, even though he started on the flanks, you see him centrally creating chances for Jackson. The only thing would miss would be Jackson's power, pace, you can say tenacity overall. But I don't think we're missing so much. We just need to score. If you, I don't know if you understand what I mean there, Jerry. I think given the way
Yeah,
we play,
we'll probably not miss him because with all due respect and huge potential,
exactly.
hopefully he'll do well. But he scored recently, so yeah, I because his right now role or the expectation is to score goal, and I'm sure that this void can be filled, right? Because we are not really depending on Jackson. He has not so far proved to be a person that we'll probably miss on in the final third. So it could be a blessing in disguise, and hope the other players could step in to.
Yeah, it could be, and more importantly, we're not missing in the fact that we're not playing with the number 9. No, does it always look like we're playing like a traditional number 9? No, it's a fluid. We've always played with a fluid approach, which means we're not going to miss him that much, except his power, pace, and other things. Let's see what else we have here. Starling right wing, Palmer 10. Enzo or Casado gets dropped because Poch persists in fielding. Yeah, your cousin Gallagher. Remember, it's Fulham. But let's see what happens. And Jerry is a very diplomatic in his choice of words. What other synonyms can be used for the word cautious when describing Poch's decision to play Sterling? Playing Sterling, I don't think that's one of the players I consider. You could say that reflect the fact that he's been cautious. Maybe playing Chilwell in the wing back position, in the left wing position. Put Cuckoo right back, Matson left back, Gallagher out, and Enzo in the pivot. Heston, I don't see this man playing Matson left back. If he does, until he does that. But right now we don't see him doing that, and we're trying to predict this lineup. This is not our preferred lineup. If you've been following the show, let's see. Coach Poch brought on Broya with no game time and didn't play Washington, even though he was on the bench. So no chance he plays or rewards him for his performance with the youth team. Let's see what he does today. What momentum do we have? Win against Brighton is still momentum. Maybe not a big one, but it's still big. That win it's a confidence booster, in my opinion. B and C players of Brighton, does it matter? It doesn't matter. A win is a win. We beat them. They wanted to win. And those are all their starting players, in my opinion. I get it. They rested some players because they have European assignments. I am a coach in the youth team. The only way to play Enzo and Gallagher in one team is if we play 4-3-3. We are excited about the Brighton team. It's a win. It wasn't the best of performances, but we won. It was a professional display from the team. That's how I see it, Mr. Troublemaker. I haven't seen you in a while, and I hope you're doing well, brother. No, I think you were here the last show. Let's see a win, but we will see tonight what the reality will kick in. Yeah, we're trying to predict this lineup. We're not doing a preferred lineup. If we're doing a preferred lineup, you see an entire 10, given the players who selected so far. If everyone plays in their natural position, Poch feels job insecurity, but actually playing players in their natural position is what might get results. We will see Broya at some point if we need a goal, which means we'll definitely see Broya. Yeah. Let's see. I hope I'm wrong, but I think as a coach myself, I know my players are for the best setup and this best position, and that's how you win games. I think I agree with you, but we are doing a predicted lineup, not a preferred lineup. Let's see. Poch has been saying a lot of correct things, managing players, party times, captaincy, etc., and all, etc. And all this is a secondary. The primary job is to get the team playing well. I think I agree with you.
Just to tap in, or how you guys say.
Yeah, go ahead, tapping.
So, with all due respect to JC, and I like it. He keeps on challenging. It will only make us like think more critically. What he says is fine, and you know why I have to. I cannot argue with him at this position because it's all about results. And he's saying with all of these things we are talking about, or what Pochettino is talking about, is not like it's showing in the result. But the thing is, it's only 6 games. I'll say it again: a 6-game new system. And when you said about NG, with all due respect, NG Postecoglou is doing well, but it's 6 games, and let me just tell you, with all due respect, that Tottenham, with all due respect, right, that Tottenham will come back and be at their regular place come Christmas or whatever. It's Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, just to give you the perspective, if you're making this narrative, also won 10 out of his 11 first games. So I'm not looking down on NG. We had I had this discussion with a friend yesterday for an hour about NG, and he was talking. So my perspective was, it's too early to say he's doing well, and he has taken Tottenham, who only changed a few players. I know this is an argument that Kane left, right? But the whole point is that the team didn't have this make huge turnover, or the whole turnover of this squad. Tottenham are playing well. If you say in the British English, are again, and is in US, right? Because he loves this ChatGPT stuff. So the thing is, it's too early to say what NG is doing. It's probably a new coach bounce. It's a motivational thing. In my belief, Tottenham would go down slowly and gradually. It would be around 6th, 7th spot. So it's too early. It's too early to criticize Poch, and at the same time give reference of Ange Postecoglou's performance or his ability as a coach. So let's see what happens. So this is my opinion.
But again, at the same time, you said, with all due respect to him, for me, in all honesty, good signs so far, but it's too early, like you said. Let's see what else we have here. Postecoglou, yep, he's doing well. Coach, raising a glass to your lips and taking a sip isn't going to aggravate an injury. Dancing is actually good for you for your core muscles. Just go away. But it does depend. It does depend on the dance move, coach. Don't you try it either. Just go away. Are you his lawyer right now? But at the same time, you are contradicting what you're saying at the same time. If Sterling does not finish the chances today, the loss will be on Poch and not poor execution. White put the player who is struggling. Let's say Gallagher is a good player, but only we are if we're 1-0 up and coming from the bench, so we can counter attack. Maybe okay. Let's see. Gallagher and Sterling. Gallagher and Sterling weren't part of the momentum of beating Brighton. They just you say made up numbers in the end. So the momentum says bench. Yeah. Let's see. Chelsea is going to win by 3 goals to 1. Okay, Zach Brandon, thank you for joining us. I hope you're doing well, Zach. If you don't mind subscribing to the channel too on YouTube so that you don't miss anything, that would be fine. And by the way, if you use WhatsApp, there's something new called WhatsApp channel. We have a channel there right now. We'll be releasing lots of announcements there. So please go check it out. Be sure to subscribe. How are you? I can't complain, brother. I'm not good. I see how my club is struggling. My heart is hurting. So do all of us because we love the club. And Gideon Ojajobu Suleiman, honest boy. Okay. Which time the game will start today? The game starts at what time? My time, just quickly. The game starts what?
8 p.m. UK and Nigeria time.
So why is it saying 7 p.m. today?
Let me check. Is it the clock, the winter clock change?
I have my clock is correct. It shouldn't be this. I think it's 12:30 p.m. my time, and at 12 p.m. my time. Just 1 second. I don't trust that, man. Just quickly here.
Yeah, it's 8 p.m. UK time, right?
PST. I'm in PST, so I'm PST. So let's see. I can't. I don't believe that it shouldn't be 7 p.m. my time. But anyway, just quickly let's confirm that. But what time UK time?
8 p.m.
8 p.m. UK time. Yeah, so it shouldn't be 7 p.m. my time. So this is absolute boohoo. What we're seeing
Yes.
on the screen here. I don't believe it. So let me just open this on my this thing on my. So yeah, it's 12 p.m. my time. So
It
this
is showing.
wrong.
It is asking you to come 1 hour early and to participate in
Yeah,
the build-up.
exactly. Probably 8 p.m. Niger time. They said. Let's see. Jerry out. Jerry, our difficult run of games ends. Okay, let's see. Also ends also in December, and we had the easier start. If you are to bet your house on who will be higher in the table December and who will you choose?
So I'll answer it. I'll answer it very concisely, very
Yeah, go ahead.
shortly. For December, I'm not too sure. I mean, up till December, because we are already lagging a lot, right? I'm not sure. But come May, given that Poch is there, 100% like Chelsea will finish above Tottenham, 100% for sure. Not a shadow of a doubt.
Just remember, Jerry said that. Okay, let's see what else we have here. 1,000%. He's agreeing to what to what Chimera says there. Okay, let's say a lot of people believe the Starling starts here. Do I think that would be the case? I'd say no. But am I too sure who's going to start there? I don't know. But we'll find out. In a few hours. So anybody want to argue anything? Thinks otherwise for the number 9 position? Jerry, you think otherwise? Or you
Good,
think it's still going to be Starling?
good thing that our under 21 game will be played hour before our game, so we will have a clue whether David Washington will play that game or he will be in our first team. So I think we will predict that as soon we see the lineup of our under 21.
Mm. Okay. How about you, Jerry? Anything else? What sort of game do you expect? It's a London derby, by the way. A lot of people.
Sorry, I missed the question, Coach. Could you kindly repeat
What
it for
sort
me?
of game do you expect today? And is there anything else you want to talk about with regards to the game?
Yeah, again, because we have so many changes always every week. So I think it will be a hard fought game. Fulham will try to make it very difficult for us. I hope that we will be more like we will be play with more flair, with more momentum, with more aggression, especially when making the decisions. So I hope to see that change, right? That shift of gear that Pochettino has been working on the training. I expect to see something more fluent, more fluidity. So I see a very close game, and I see a 2-0 win for Chelsea.
A 2-0 win for Chelsea. All right. All right. Let's see. Let's just give those in the chat a few minutes to vote on. The last one doesn't make sense, but just forget about the last option. But the last one means a 2-0 Chelsea win. So if you understand. So I have the options we have there. Let me look at the options again. The last option, yeah, I meant 2-0 Chelsea win. The first option says 2-1 Chelsea win. Second option 2-2 draw. Third option 1-0 for win. And the last option 2-0 Chelsea win. That's what I mean by that. Constantine Dante thinks it's going to end 1-1 draw, 1,000%. Coach, your clock is tired of constant delays since it seems and clock has intentionally manipulated the time so that it only games. Let's see. Time coach doesn't follow time. He makes this time. Yeah, but thank you. I think that changes. We're gonna fix that. Apologize for always postponing the show. Sometimes system issues. Sometimes me not just ready to start at the time because it's 2 a.m. or 3 a.m. 1-1 draw, he thinks, and if Gallagher and Sterling are on the bench, we'll win. Or otherwise, it's anything. Okay, let's see if they start and we end up winning. I remember you said we can not win with them on the pitch. I remember you said that. 40% thinks it's going to be a 2-1 Chelsea win. Nobody thinks it's going to be 2-2 draw. 20% thinks it's going to be 1-0 Fulham win. And 40% thinks it's going to be 2-0 Chelsea win. Wow, some argument right there. Let's see. 1001. Okay. Of these three will happen.
It reminds me of a logical gates we studied in electronic engineering.
So I'm guessing, yeah, Sterling, we have everybody here. The lineup once more. Robert Sanchez between the 6, 2 center backs, Levi Colwell and Thiago Silva. Left back, Marco Correa. Right back, Axel Disasi, 266. Conor Gallagher, Moses Caicedo, Enzo Fernandez, 10. Modric left wing, Cole Palmer right wing, Raheem Sterling so number 9. And
so, Coach, I have a quick question for you. Your starting lineup is the same. You also agree with our prediction of the start, or you think there will be some potential change in the lineup?
No, I agree with everything else here, because we're going back what we think the manager would do. And like I said, except if he does otherwise. But given the pattern, we don't have too much to work with, but I think we have enough to predict that this is exactly what he does. Gallagher, after all, was rested. I wouldn't say he was dropped. He was rested for the probably to get a chance to play in this game. So if he doesn't play in this game, then yeah, we need to figure out the new pattern. Then given the pattern, the little we have, this is the most likely starting 11. Yeah, so I agree. But
it seems like
something. Yeah, go ahead.
It seems like the rain is not here, so we'll see thunders tonight.
Yeah, we'll find out in a few hours, actually. Yeah. Yeah. So with this, we have Fulham is playing a very defensive, and that's where we struggle. Yeah. Probably would like to approach the game the same way Nottingham Forest and what's their name? West Ham United did. Yeah, Jerry, CFC results resemble quantum theory and not binary. A lot of hype, but it's a potential. Yeah. So with that, we've come to the natural end of the show. I want to say thank you to all of you that have found time to join us this particular morning. It's been a good show. 59 likes, not bad. I want to say thank you to Jerry Z. We have to work on your credential. Like if you go to the description section, I have Tebago's information there, so I need to get yours so that I can always put it in there. So Jerry Z, thank you so much. I cannot thank you enough. To everybody in the house, Chimera, big up to you. I appreciate you finding the time to join the show. Dante is just happy. Marathon Moody or Mardi, I'm saying Mardi is getting a game time. Yep, he is. Big up AB. Nice to see you. Litness is greatness. And Kwabina, Aquina, maybe Ghana time. Yeah, maybe. But Ghana is the same as Niger, West Africa. Let's see, AB Chimera, nice to see you. I appreciate you. Thanks again for joining the show. And Constantine Dante, much love to you, JC. Much love to you, Mr. Troublemaker. Rain, always nice to see you. And of course, the beautiful game. I can't find his name. There you go, the beautiful game. Much love to you. And who else there? And Gideon Oja Ajogu. Nice to see you all. I appreciate you all. See you guys next time. God bless us all, and bye.